My microphone was unplugged. That's no help. Alright. It's good now, though. I know everyone was really looking forward to this game. Mario is missing. The game that somehow I liked when I was young. I'm not sure how. I actually played a little bit of this game on the Retro Tour stream. Here's the story. There's a hole and Mario falls into it. They're off to stop Bowser, I guess. Man, what luck. Not one trapdoor, but two. Bowser's actually crafty. Hello, Sarah. Hello, everybody else. Yeah, I did post it in the description. I just didn't want to forget to change it. So, I plan to play through this whole thing. And even 100%. Let's see if I can stand it after 2 levels. Alright, so the point of this game is that the koopalings have invaded, well, that was lucky, towns across the world and stolen artifacts, and we have to go and get them back. That's pretty much it. So there's a map. I think there's a special button. That's helpful. The mini map up there. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were excited before they read the box. There we go. So, first thing I'm going to do is go and kill all the Koopas till we get the 3 artifacts. They're hidden just randomly. They're probably not random, but there we are, right in the middle of the map. I'll just go to the top. Mario is a little greener. Don't think that's Mario at all. He is missing after all. We play as Luigi. Nope, can't. Careful crossing those streets. Okay, so we've got 2 of the artifacts. So I want to get them all first, and then we're going to go talk to everybody. As soon as I learn what buttons do what. Okay, start opens and exits the menu. Every other button is like, okay. There's a Koopa. Yeah, Bowser's not even good in the fictitious land. Why would he think he could go up against country governments? Okay, easy as that. So the next step is to talk to everybody, because we're going to get information about where we are and about all of the artifacts. As soon as I learn how to talk. Where am I? Change my money to Lira. I'm not going to actually read the stuff yet, because I'm going to read it all at the same time. So if I select a different artifact, he'll actually give me different information. So I'm going to do this quickly. Mini speedrun, if you will. Okay, I'm going to check the map so I kind of efficiently go to the next person, which is in that second row, down 1 street. You remember playing this and being super confused? I definitely beat it when I rented it long ago. But the whole point of the game is basically trying to return the artifacts to their booths, I guess. But in order to do that, we have to answer trivia questions about them. And then we also have to get Yoshi to actually exit. So I'm talking to every person. They each give me some different piece of information about each artifact. I just have to select it before they give me the different words. Okay, where's the next person to go see? I guess the doctor-looking dude on the right. So I just need to go down once. Right here. Edutainment games. Okay, again, I'm gonna read them all at once, so don't worry about trying to read the dialogue at the moment. There's, the computer on the menu will store everything that we've heard. Yeah, I actually know how this game works. Okay, next row down. Confused me a little bit, the map doesn't look like a city. Well, every little dot is an intersection, and it makes me, you know, just after playing Mario World, you just want to, like, go there to do something. Alright, got all the info there. Then down to talk to the police officer. Oh, I only rented this. I was lucky no one tried to buy it for me. I mean, it's accurate. There's a bridge. There's a bridge where the river is. Okay. I have no idea if it's supposed to look even slightly like the real towns as far as the map goes. Okay, so hopefully I've done everything dialogue-wise now. So, in the computer, we've got all these check marks. These newspapers are for the info booths, which I should just go to. Let's see where the first one is. Okay, so on the right side, I'll go up on the next intersection. How does Luigi have a computer? The artifacts are at the top, but the point of them is talking to people to find out what they are and what. So the Coliseum's closed, but she'll give me a pamphlet. There's a nice clone of Peach everywhere, so I'm not going to read that yet. Luigi had to wait. Have to be safe before we dash down street intersections. Okay, the next, I see one right there in the view at the top, so we'll just go straight here. Why is the Trevi fountain closed? We got some pamphlets. There's reward, there's money. There's money at stake here. I think it was actually down, but I'll look now. Wish there was a button for the map. Okay, we're just running to the right. There's pipes, but I don't know where they go, so I might as well just run. It'd be nice if the screen actually curved, like it shows in the map. Alright, so there's a base reward and a bonus, and the bonus has to do, I think, with if you get it right the first time, how many mistakes you make, and how fast you do the level, I think. Okay, so here is the Sistine Chapel. So there's 3 objects that we could return. This spear, this fountain, or this, what looks like a painting from the screenshot, but it's actually the Sistine Chapel ceiling. So that's what we're going to return. So now let's read all the info about that, and then hopefully recall it. It makes sense to me just to read it all at once, so then I'll have the best chance of recalling it, because I'm not going to, like, look up answers or anything like that. So, the artist stood on a scaffold for over 4 years. Mom won't let me draw on the walls for even 5 minutes. So, 4 years. Guidebook says that it's Michelangelo's greatest work. Michelangelo is up for painting ceilings. That's his masterpiece. That belongs in the Sistine Chapel. Sistine means 6 in Latin. The Pope went through the roof. When that turned up missing, the Vatican isn't saying it without it. So it's in the Vatican. 4 years, Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel ceiling. In 1508, Pope Julius II commissioned the artist Michelangelo to decorate the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican. He wasn't used to painting on plaster. It took Michelangelo over 4 years to finish the painting, this 10,000 square foot ceiling. Much of the painting had to be done in an uncomfortable position. The artist was either laying on wooden scaffolds or looking straight up. The chapel ceiling is breathtakingly beautiful. It's considered Michelangelo's masterpiece. Hope you got all that. Oops, what button lets me get out? None of them. None of them let me get out. Always start. Okay, I want to return the Sistine Chapel ceiling. So we'll have to prove that it's right by answering a questions because they clearly can't identify what we actually have. So who painted it? So that would be Michelangelo. Sistine in Latin means 6. So you just have to answer 2 questions. So that's it, and we can return it and get the reward. And we get this lovely picture of the Sistine Chapel. Easy, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Which was over here. So let's see which place this is. This is the Trevi Fountain. So I need to select that. And now let's read about that. Can I add my 2 cents to your little speech? These coins are worth 2 wishes each. Legend says over your shoulder before you can go home, if they go in the Trevi, you'll come back to Rome. Those coins got wet in one of the most famous landmarks in Rome. I'm returning coins. To coin a phrase, a lira for your wish, the Trevi was built in 1762. Don't bean the fish. Is that a translation error? I hope you have the sense to return those coins to the Fountain of Trevi. That's almost like no information at all. People throw coins in the fountain, and they're coins in Trevi. Legend says that if a visitor tosses coins over his shoulder into the Trevi Fountain, he will one day return to Rome. The Trevi Fountain is one of the best-known landmarks in Rome because of its fable, but also because of its fancy carvings. The fountain was shown in a 1954 movie, 3 coins in the fountain. Bean the fish, hit the fish with the coins. Oh, well that's mean. Alright, 1954 was like the most important thing in there, I think. So let's return the coins. The Trevi is the biggest and oldest what in Rome? Fountain. Add your 2 cents, Luigi. Why do people throw coins? To return to Rome. You would normally think that would be Make-A-Wish, but we read stuff and we found out that that wasn't right. So there's the Trevi Fountain, as the game will show us. An exquisite Super Nintendo detail. Yes, enough sense. Take the humor where you can get it. One more thing left here. 2 things, actually. So there's 1 object left, this spear. Let's find out about it. That's from that colossal arena. It sat 50,000 ancient Roman dudes. 2 thumbs up to Latin Manhattan's most famous arena. That's a gladiator harpoon you've got there. When gladiators met lions in the Colosseum, they used that spear to try and flee him. Not kill them. The arena was built by an emperor way back in 72 AD. No wonder it's in ruins. That spear's in good shape, though. That's a spear. The Colosseum is where it belongs. At 2. The Colosseum was built in AD 72 at the command of an important Roman emperor. The name comes from a Latin word meaning big, and it really is huge. 573 yards in circumference. It's totally very important. You'll remember that when you're done playing the game. And it's... Let's see. The Colosseum seated over 50,000 spectators. The rulers and the public came to the arena each week to watch games of strength and other entertainment. Games they watched were often very violent, with gladiators sent to fight riveting foes like hungry lions and elephants. Very riveting. Okay, 72 AD, 573, 50,000 are the main things I got out of that. Start button, start button. Let's return the spear. Who could use that spear? The lions definitely killed the gladiators with them. And it was built in 72 AD. Awesome. Let's go get our picture. The lovely Colosseum. Okay, one more step. We need to get out of here. So in order to leave, there's a blue pipe that we actually came in. So I'm going to go ahead and just go to it to show what happens. So we can't actually leave yet because there's a Pokey in the pipe and we can't jump in there. But one thing is Pokey's nemesis, and that is Yoshi. We need to get Yoshi here, but Yoshi doesn't know where we are. So we talked to everybody to figure out where we are. So I might do this first before returning the stuff because it's obvious where we are, but I'll read through this stuff anyway. You could try roaming around to figure it out. Changed my money to lira at the border. To the Tiber was my order. I like pizza, I like pasta. Ciao, baby, I'll see ya. You're informative. If you brought Italian shoes from home, we could climb the Alps for a peek of Rome. So we're in Rome, Italy. The city was built on 7 hills in 753 BC. It was home to Caesar, the original Italian stallion. Not info we need to know for any purpose. Your capital is now Lyra in this capital city. Just do as the Romans do. So then we go to the Globulator, and now we can direct Yoshi to where Luigi is. So you actually have to locate it, not just know the name of the place. It's interesting. Europe zooms in. Rome's about here. Rome, Italy, Europe. Now we got Yoshi, and the Poke's scared and goes down the pipe. Didn't get a time bonus though, because we're slow. Somehow that's slow, even though I assume it counts the time reading in the computer. Maybe. But I'm not going to worry about that. So, our boss here is waiting for us. It's going to be a tough fight, I'm sure. We're going to go to the next city. I believe there's 3 floors of cities. So again, we'll have to do the same pattern. Find all the artifacts. Maybe then find where we are. Read info. Maybe I should look at the map before I just run around like crazy. I can get these on the way by. These pamphlets. The Forbidden City. Maybe I'll just head to the eyes first. Where am I? I'm right in the middle. So if I go up, there's a whole bunch of Koopas. It's pretty... This one's pretty grid-like. But it's useless to talk to people until we have all 3. It'll just be kind of inefficient. I do actually kind of like the music in this game. If that sounds odd. Probably does sound odd. I don't care. We got 2 of them, I believe. There's the last eye up there. If I hit any Koopas on the way, because I don't know where the stuff is. Who's got the goods? You got the goods. Okay, that's convenient to go to the top. Okay, we got all 3, so let's talk to this guy, and we'll go get the pamphlet. Bet I have to actually select them. It'd be nice if I could just, like, hit a button to go to the next one or something. Okay, there's someone. So we got this row. The next 2 rows have somebody. I actually play this on the computer. I don't remember a PC version, but that wouldn't surprise me. There was an NES version too. Definitely talk in the middle of the road. That's smart. Game doesn't let you go down the street in the middle of the road, but you can talk in front of it. Okay. Police officer. Can't stop walking. He's a busy guy. All of them are busy. I think I can go just down 2. The eye at the bottom is the one I haven't done yet. Wasn't it pretty much the same game, Gamer Dan? I think I played both versions. But it's been a long time, so I wouldn't really remember. Doesn't matter what this stuff is yet. Just gotta get that info first. Did I actually... I was wondering if I put on Twitter, because I was wanting to wait until I had actually announced the game first. While I waste time here. I'm sure there's thousands of people dying to see this. Points? Not really. I guess there's nothing here. Well, I'll know if I missed anybody, at least. The Mario World remix? This? I guess I hear it. Alright, I have filled everything in, so let's figure out where we are first. It's now called the People's Republic of China. Its capital, Beijing, used to be called Peking. The Chinese can boast they're on the Pacific's west coast. Beijing is the largest city in the country, covering 6,486 square miles. Yeah, I liked Rome's remix music. You're on Chang'an Avenue, Beijing's main street. So we're in Beijing, China, the west coast of the Pacific Ocean. You're really young and don't know where China is. Hopefully you know the Pacific Ocean. Or you can just go dot to dot until you find it. Beijing, China. We got Yoshi. Okay, so which place is this? This is the Temple of Heaven that is closed. Let me just see the pamphlet. So this is missing the Hall of Good Harvest. That's usually the most informative things I want to read it last. So it looks like it'll be this one on the right. Forbidden City. Well, Gate of Heavenly Peace, Hall of Good Harvest. Okay, it's this row. That neat wooden building was actually built... I mean, it looks like a shield. How would I know that was the Hall of Good Harvest? That neat wooden building was actually built without nails, screws, or cement. So it's made of wood. Once a year, the Emperor slept there, praying that the farmers have a good year. Alright, see us, Sarah. We will have fun. I will try to have fun. I probably already read this, but I'm reading it again. Once a year, the Emperor slept there, praying that the farmers would have a good year. Good heavens, that round building belongs in the walled park known as the Temple of Heaven. The Good Harvest Hall, the most famous shrine of all. After these rhymes are killing me. Dates from the 15th century. The Good Harvest Hall goes in the center of it all in the Temple of Heaven Park. I like repeating info. Tiantan, the Temple of Heaven, is China's most famous temple. It consists of several buildings built around the 15th century, all set inside a walled park. The Hall of Good Harvest, the most well-known of this park's buildings, is set on top of a triple tier of marble terraces. Each carved terrace has its own balcony. The 123-foot-high structure is amazing because it was built without one single nail. The Emperor of China would spend one evening a year in the temple fasting and praying to assure a good harvest. Alright. So let's select the right thing. Try to return it. What did the Emperor do here one night a year? Had a slumber party, fasted and prayed, held a great feast. Believe he fasted. Nope, Dustboon, not a joke. Oh no, about how high is the Hall of Good Harvest? 123 feet, stories, fathoms, meters. I'm gonna guess feet. Awesome. I did not remember that. The Temple of Heaven, there we go. Had to guess once now. Let's see where we are going. Hey, doing TWN? Yeah, but these games still have something in common. I at one point enjoyed them. Okay, so this is the Forbidden City. We're gonna return that thing. Let's see about it. It's the Great Gate to the Emperor's house in Forbidden City, built by young Li. The Emperor had a bad temper, and only he could pass through that gate. The Emperor's guards stood under that to keep everyone else out. This Heavenly Gate was built in the 4th century by Emperor Young Li. That's the Gate of Heavenly Peace. Put it back on Tiananmen Square. I could say that better. I actually really enjoyed school at the time. The Gateway of Heavenly Peace, Tiananmen, was built in AD 1651. An impressive 110 feet tall, Heavenly Peace is the main entrance to Forbidden City. Hold on while I shut my phone up. Telling me that Daspoon retweeted the stream. 110 feet tall, it's the main entrance to the Forbidden City, which has been renamed the Palace Museum. Once the walled estate of emperors, only the emperor himself was permitted to use Tiananmen. Guards kept everyone else out. Those entitled to visit the city had to use a separate entry. In 1949, the leader, Mao Zedong, stood at the gate to announce the formation of the People's Republic of China, the present-day communist government. Sounds like a blast. I did not like Carmen Sandiego, the games that I played. I remember it a bit. This, you kind of know what to do. I probably would have remembered more from this, too. Personally. Who couldn't enter the Forbidden City using the Heavenly Gate? Everyone but the Emperor. His new clothes could get through. Who built the Heavenly Gate? Young Li, Mao Zedong, Mao Zedong, Kwa Cheng Khan. I don't remember if it was Young Li or Mao Zedong. I don't remember this one. But I'm not gonna let you tell me. No. So I have to wait a certain amount of time to come back. So let's look at the right answer. Notice the timer down there is actually counting. Tiananmen was built in AD 1651. I don't see who built it in here. Built by Young Li. Guards stood under that to keep everyone else out. Built in the 4th century by Young Li. If they'll let me back in now. Too busy. Come back a little later. It is actually time-based. Let's try again. Who couldn't enter? Everyone but the Emperor. What is its present name? I believe it's the Palace Museum. Awesome. Get in there. Gotta be centered on that door. There's the Forbidden City. Alright, I believe the other one is at the very top. Stop it. You're not allowed to have fun. Alright, we have a stone. Totally rad. It's a brick from the only man-made thing on Earth an astronaut can see from space. The Great Wall is so wide, 5 horses can run on it side by side. That's from China's Great Wall, built to keep out barbarians like that evil Bowser. Hope you find Mario soon. That brick from China's wall is 23 centuries old. I love how they like barely incorporated Mario into this. Tell you where that brick belongs in a wall that's 3,946 miles long. 3946. It's one of the world's 7 great wonders. The Great Wall is the only man-made object visible from outer space. The Chinese poetically call it Long Wall of 10,000 Li. It is said over 300,000 men labored for 10 years to complete its 3946 miles. Begun in 5th century BC, its purpose was to keep northern tribes from attacking southern states. The wall was built wide enough to allow a team of 5 horses to run side by side along its top surface. 5 horses, 3946 miles, 300,000 men, 10 years, 5 BC. There's a chance I'll remember that. Let's return the stone. Just 1 stone. 3946 miles. When did the beginning of the wall begin? 5th century BC. There we go. Luckily, we only have to answer 2 questions. The Great Wall of China, visible from space. Alright. Where's that blue pipe? Didn't actually look. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least Yoshi can run a little faster. Don't stop, just run. What are cars anyway? Yoshi's face looking directly ahead is terrifying. Was that? Yeah, 2 more. I was distracted. And no time bonus again. This game's brutal. Alright. Makes 2. There's 5 cities in every floor. No, the enemies actually don't do anything in this game. You can't actually get hurt. Okay, we got 1 pamphlet. You doing, Mark? Just go and run down this street. See if there's any other Koopas. Screw that. Let's look at the next eye. Go back? I'm not going back. Down for Koopas. Let's just go up 2 for the eye. Just kill Koopas on the way. Well, the turtles have the artifacts. That's the first step. Getting all 3 of those. National Museum of Kenya. Okay, I thought it was in the upper right. I need to go over 1, 2 at least. Koopa's up here though, maybe I'll go up there first. Nice. Turtles are animals, Koopas are evil. With no soul. They just walk in a straight line. I'm not sure which Koopa that was. It might have been Ludwig, but yeah. One of the koopalings is waiting for Luigi to do all the dirty work and then come out and murder him. I'm sure he'll succeed. Nairobi National Park. Is that all 3 pamphlets? Okay, I got 2 artifacts. So now I just need to chase down all the rest of the Koopas and find the one that's got stuff. So 1 Koopa to the left. Probably should just go all the way to the bottom first. The street goes all the way down. He was right there. Might as well make sure. I think they were all to the left. Well, that's the end of the street, according to the map. Fun trying to jump off them before they're even on screen yet. Okay, all 3 artifacts now. Let's start gathering info. Where am I? What is this? Got an elephant, a headdress, and a skull. Looks like. I only would do this because at one point I enjoyed this game. Believe it or not. Not Mario in the early years. I can tell you that. Okay, let me just use the map. So we're gonna go up 2. Come back. I need your knowledge. And again, we're reading the stuff all together when it's time to figure stuff out. So I know there was someone in the upper right corner and the upper left corner. Normally green fuzz. Normally. But at least the point of this series of 12 is playing games that at least either I still like, that are really great, or at least liked at some point. Did I do all of them? I don't remember. Yes. Okay. I'm just hitting the buttons by memory, apparently. This is the kid's way to worst games. That's funny. Okay, I don't know how farther I need to run. I think here was fine. So hopefully I'm doing this in a sequence that's makes sense. So all the knowledge stuff is all like right at once. And just collecting stuff all together, I think, is the fastest way to get through here. Even though apparently not fast enough to get the time bonus, because don't ask me. Okay, everything is filled in. Let's figure out where we are. I can tell you're on Africa's east coast. I know a lot more, but I don't want to boast. We came through Mombasa and picked our way through lions and elephants to find this capital city. Man, you needed a different mode of transportation. Is Africa your cup of tea? Because Kenya is the world's third largest producer, just between you and me. So we're in Kenya. Tired of traveling? You can sleep in the cradle of civilization in the nearby famous Rift Valley. You won't find anyone here in Nairobi, but they do have some spectacular hotels. Nairobi, Kenya. You know, since they didn't just tell us directly. Which is about there. That was the next one. Okay, we got Yoshi. That's not what I want. You can actually select something else and Yoshi leaves. Okay, let's go to the right. National Museum of Kenya. I think the skull's probably part of that. I just want to make sure that's the right one. Yep, that's the same pamphlet, but let's read the rest first. I see you have a head for evolution that's 3 million years old and belongs in a museum. The director of the National Museum of Kenya is out of his head with worry over that skull's whereabouts. Okay, head to the museum and label that skull Homo habilis. The evolution revolution will make headlines. That was discovered by Richard Leakey from the family of famous anthropologists. Be very careful when you head back to the National Museum of Kenya. That's a 3 million year old skull. Yeah, I took keyboarding in high school too. I didn't play any typing games outside of school, I think. Anthropologists believe Kenya to be the birthplace of all mankind. Scientists working here have dug up some of the oldest human fossils ever found. One skull found near Lake Turkana is said to be almost 3 million years old. The plains of East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and Ethiopia are being eagerly excavated to try and solve the mystery of where human beings first lived. So it's 3 million years old. That's about all I got. Anthropologists, birthplace of humankind, Lake Turkana. Let's try it. I'll select that skull first. Anthropologists think Kenya may be the birthplace of mankind. Why? Messages written on cave walls, very old human fossils, very old dinosaur bones, leftover birthday cake. Well, it must be the human fossils. How old is that skull you're holding? Well, 3 million years old, also known as way old. Give me that reward money. That has a purpose. National Museum of Kenya, and a picture of a skull, and lots of boxes. Okay, so there's a information booth at the very bottom and at the very top. Guess I'll go down first. Actually, I think the blue pipe was closer this way, but gotta go one way or the other. Hopefully it was to the right, since I didn't look. Hey, it's not to the right. Oh, it was at the very top, upper left, and upper right. No, it wasn't. It was at the right side here. Okay, I'm gonna go right 1, 2, 3, and up all the way. Actually, I'll try a pipe. Exciting. Okay, so this is Nairobi National Park, and they probably want a baby elephant. Let's learn about that. Well, you'll need a pith helmet to transport that puny pachyderm back to her game preserve. The elephant's mom is pretty mad. You better return her to the national park before she comes looking. Too bad your brother got kidnapped. I was going to take you two on safari. I'm sure you were ready to put that on the calendar. I guess you get to see an elephant anyway. That elephant is lucky. If she were Asian instead of African, only her brothers could grow tusks. Good hunting. Take that elephant back to her home in Nairobi National Park. A mere 8 miles from the contemporary city of Nairobi is this authentic wildlife preserve. The park's trails open onto the undisturbed Kitengela-Athi Plains to allow the animals to follow ancient migratory paths. The park is full of lions, cheetahs, rhinos, antelopes, and many other species. Since the park is completely undeveloped, it provides the amazing drive-through safari in the shadow of a modern teeming capital city. Yikes. What is it possibly going to ask me? 8 miles. They grow tusks if they're African elephants. Other stuff. The Nairobi National Park is also an animal preserve. The safari park is important because it allows animals to pig out, meet and greet human beings, roam free, or vote. Man, they probably care more about roaming free. There we go. Nairobi National Park, a cute little zebra. And a river. And trees. Not even a fence. Okay, now we want to go to where the blue pipe is. It's down a ways. Like most of the ways. Okay, we have one last thing left. Those animals voting. They were voting in Africa, though, so they were still undocumented animals. Knock me down with a feather, you found the missing Maasai headdress. We'll make headlines, Luigi. That's a warrior's headpiece. That warrior's headdress is an important part of the tribal uniform. I read the tribe dyes themselves red when they become warriors, and they wear those headpieces. Do you think the Maasai warrior would trade that headdress for my cap? Man, no, not even funny. Of the more than 70 tribes in Africa, none are more visually well known than the Maasai. Their lives revolve around their cattle and the money they make from trading herds. But the Maasai are also famous warriors. When the male Maasai reaches the age of 15, he is initiated into the warrior group. He dyes his skin a distinctive reddish-orange with paste from the ochre plant. His hair is tightly braided, and then it too is covered with the ochre paste. As young warriors, the boys hunt with blunted arrows. Small birds are their first prey. As a reward, the birds are stuffed and tied around a frame, which they wear as headdresses. Turn the headdress. The Maasai make a living from what animals? Small birds are what the little ones do, so I would assume cattle as opposed to miniature collies. What does a Maasai warrior use to dye his skin red? It was ochre paste, although ochre is a close second. There's the Maasai village, or at least one of its huts, and people. And another tree. Lots of dirt. That's another city down. It is relaxing. I agree. I, for some reason, like the music. I've found myself playing it before. Without any actual reason, necessarily. 2 to go on this floor. And a deadly boss battle. Give me the goods. So here first we have the Kremlin. That pretty much gives it away, doesn't it? Alright, go up 1 on the left so I get the Koopas. And then down 2. Get the information booths first. I love how I'm like, I feel like I'm going really fast, you know, much more than a child would, if they actually read the stuff. Bolshoi Ballet. Hello, Raymond. Wonder how close the city map is to the actual layout. I'm sure it's not. I'm more curious of just like the rivers and stuff, if that at least lines up. I mean, according to the map here, there's a ghost house, so We'll go with no. Did I do that one yet? I don't think so. Maybe 4. R0. St. Basil's. I don't know how to pronounce it. Basil's Cathedral. Like the seasoning. Spice. Lots of Koopas. Doing pretty good. We've got all 3 of the pamphlets already, right? Want to be sure. I do. Now we can start talking to people. We got all 3 artifacts. I mean, I guess if you can figure out most of it from the pamphlet, so I mean, talking to people is, I guess, the most unnecessary step. But we're going for 100%. Okay, is someone here, someone up to? How doing, Darlie? Cool to see you. This is not Mario Maker. Which is slightly unfortunate. Next. What's with this game? I'll try to explain it again in a second, I guess. Okay, I need to go down to the police officer and then the guy at the bottom. So let's go to the guy at the bottom first. I think that'll be faster with this outside road. So Koopas overrun cities in the real world, I guess. There's stolen 3 artifacts. The Koopas are holding them. Then we need to gather information from all the people in the town in order to figure out stuff about them, because in order to return the artifacts, we have to answer quiz questions about them. That's basically it. And then the police officer, I think the last person I didn't talk to. And I'm trying to get all the check marks on the computer, basically. But I'm calling 100%. Okay, is that everything? Cool. So let's figure out where we are. Wow, I'm not sure they planned it, but it's the biggest country on the planet. It's a name game. First it was Russia, then the Soviet Union. Now it's Russia again. Russia's largest lake is called the Caspian Sea. Do you see how a lake can be a sea? No. 100 kopecks to each ruble is the rule. All Russian children learn that in school. Not relevant. USSR, Russia, Soviet Union, when Pushkin comes to shove, Moscow is a place of love. So we're in Moscow, Russia, clearly. We gotta get Yoshi here. We can't leave the town without Yoshi because there's a pokey in the single warp pipe that gets us out of here. I think this is it. That is not it. Must be farther west. Really, 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 really far west. More west than I remember. Alright. We should have Yoshi. So this is St. Basil's Cathedral, so let's learn about that first. Which I believe is this one? That's the Kremlin. That's the cathedral. We're turning the top. These onion domes aren't so appealing. I might start to cry. St. Basil must have been a very colorful guy. It's almost painful to read. Holy cow, a chapel dome. Without it, St. Basil will get soggy in the rain. Umbrellas weren't invented yet. That's from St. Basil's chapel top. Looks less like an onion than a huge teardrop. The central structure is 107 feet high and is surrounded by 8 other chapels. All are topped with one of those. I think St. Basil's is as lovely as a poem. Now to get a move on and return that dome. Strange and wonderful church was built in 1555 by Duke Ivan III, known as Ivan the Terrible. He ordered the church built to honor the Holy Fool, Saint Basil. Holy Fool is the name for a saint in Russia. Famous onion domes were added later in the 16th century. Although the church appears to have no real design, the building was carefully built as one large chapel surrounded by 8 dome-top chapels. Every room was painted in different patterns and colors. So 1555, I'll have to look how tall it was again. Ivan the Terrible, Duke Ivan III, 16th century. Colors, 8. 107 feet high. So if we get questions, I remember. Oops. We want to return this. I want to return the cathedral's dome. Who ordered the church to be built? Basil the Pesto, Ivan the Terrible, Ivan the Domed One, Peter the Great. Not doomed, domed, but it's Ivan the Terrible. The central structure is 107 feet high. That's what it is. Not 37, 139, 199, 234. We get the reward. We get a lovely picture of St. Basil's Cathedral. Beautiful, isn't it? You almost feel like it was worth it. Alright, let's find the next one, which is up 1. But I'm going to go up 2 because that one's closer to the pipe. Don't cross the street, kids. Nintendo didn't make it, they just licensed the characters for this. They might have actually been fun if Nintendo made it. This is not the worst edutainment game by far. Mario's Time Machine, I could not play at all. So we're here at the Bolshoi Ballet, so we're returning these slippers. I played it when it was new too. I rented it and I enjoyed it at the time somehow, but I did. Thanks, Raymond. Appreciate that. I do post stream announcements on Twitter, and video announcements. That's pretty much all I do on it, but it's one way to keep in touch for when stuff happens. So I appreciate that. I might as well put the link if anyone else wants to too. That would be smart. I also have a Discord server. That's the 2 main ways to know when I go live and post stuff. Since you mentioned it. Alright. Ballerinas can't rest until you give them that so they can dress. They have to put their shoes on first, apparently. Here's a ticket to the Bolshoi Theater. It's silly, but return that so ballerinas can slip into their uniforms. 2 people think that they put their shoes on first. The Bolshoi Theater sells out every show. If you put these on, you could dance there too. Qualifications are real low. The Bolshoi Ballet was founded in 1776. Not an important year for anything else. The Bolshoi ballerinas usually wear those with their tutus. I almost said tutus. Leapin' leotards. These slippers are missing from the Bolshoi Ballet. Hope you make curtain time. Russian dance companies are the accepted stars of the 20th century ballet. No troupe is more famous than the Bolshoi Ballet Company, founded in 1776. Alexander Gorsky, director of the Bolshoi until 1924, is one of the most important people in the ballet world. It is said he made the dances more interesting to modern audiences by introducing the idea of realism into choreography and scenery. Try reading that when you're 10. The Bolshoi Theater was built in 1856 and seats 2,000 ballet fans. Founded in 1776, built 1856, director until 1924, 2,000 ballet fans. That's a lot of 4-digit numbers. And they put their shoes on first. Bolshoi is a city ballet troupe and a theater ballet slipper, a type of stew. I believe that is a theater. The Bolshoi Theater sells at every show, runs shows first-run movies, seats over 3,000, was built in 1865. I do believe 3,000 was that number. No, it was 1865. So now we have to wait. So I guess let's review the numbers so I don't run back. Founded in 1776, built in 1856, seats 2,000 ballet fans. Yeah, I do remember it was the next 1,000 above all the other numbers. Director until 1924. Founded 1776, built 1856. Hopefully that was enough time. Or we will make it enough time. Not you. I want to talk to her. Okay. Alexander Gorsky is said to have introduced what into ballet? Realism? Bolshoi is a city, a ballet troupe, and theater. Cool, you gave me the easy ones now. There's the ballet, or at least all the seating. Trying to figure out the bottom part of this picture. Is that a reflection, or just it's just that tall? It has 2 levels, maybe. But the curtain's at the top. I just find that strange. Alright, this was down one, right? Yeah. Run, Yoshi. Doing good, Raymond? Alright, let's see about the cannon. Now we can have a ball that's from the world's biggest cannon. Well, you can be a real hotshot and return that to the Emperor's cannon. Guess we have the cannonball. When I give a tour of the Kremlin, I'd like to include that cannonball. That's the most important part of the Kremlin. Since the cannon was cast in 1586, I guess its ammunition was 2. Now that you're bringing out the big guns, that's a cannonball from Tsar Pushka. The Emperor's cannon in the Kremlin is known in Russian as Tsar Pushka. Is that how Tsar, an alternative spelling maybe? It is the biggest cannon in the world with caliber of 35 inches. Its barrel is 17.5 feet long. The cannon was cast in 1586 by Audrey Shlokov and weighs a total of 40 tons. On the barrel is a likeness of Tsar Fyodor Ivanovich. Okay, so 2 Tsars are involved here. The cannon is known in Russian itself as Tsar Pushka, and it has a likeness of Fyodor Ivanovich. 35 inches, 17.5 feet, cast in 1586, 40 tons. Yeah, I thought I saw this as another spelling of the same word. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a different word. Alright. Whose image appears on the cannon? Pushka, Ivanovich, Pushover, or Da. That's the name of the cannon. That's who's on it. The cannon is the blank in the world. Heaviest, oldest, biggest. 40 tons. I want to say heaviest. Oldest. The oldest. It's not biggest. Which is it? It weighs a total of 40 tons. You gave me the weight, that's why I thought of that. It was cast in 1586. It's the biggest cannon in the world. It's the biggest cannon. Right there on the second line. You tricked me. The biggest is most likely the heaviest too. Well, that would make too much sense. Maybe it's made of a different material. Come on, lady. Princess lookalike. Since it's real time, no reason to walk around. I always thought you had to walk around. Whose image appears on it? Ivanovich. It is the biggest in the world. Same questions. There's the Kremlin, not the cannon, or the cannonball. Now the state government can run. They have a cannonball. Get out of here. And get 0 time bonus again. Why was this on like 5 things? I don't know how well it's sold. It could be on styrofoam. Or the cannon could be styrofoam. Not a very efficient model. Got some real soothing music now. It's a very short road here. Golden Gate Bridge. Do you know where we are already? Probably should. A little more complicated structure here. Okay, down 2, then all the way to the right. The other 2 are right next to each other. Spoilers, TWN. God. I mean, yes. Play along. Absolutely. Why does this exist and why are you playing it? Yes. Just yes. Oops. Got 3 pamphlets after I talked to this one. Transamerican Pyramid. It'd be a little more interesting to explore if you could, like, go into some buildings and stuff. If they actually had the info and not just talking to the same exact 5 people who happened to tour with you. Okay, there's one more artifact down, seems like a hidden away place. That's where I would have put it, was the tiny street. Close enough. Yeah, let's just take the pipe. Can't be farther away than this. Alright, so we'll start talking to people. Guess I could have talked to people down there, but... Well, a game is at least something to interact with. Look for the next person to talk to. There's the police officer upper left. I'm gonna go left and down 2 first. A really curvy road that doesn't look curvy at all. Yeah, DVDs probably weren't out yet. Definitely VHSs. How am I not getting a time bonus? Seriously. Floppy disk for computers? Okay, let's go down and talk to the doctor guy. Doctor-looking guy. I have seen some laser discs, not in person though. It's not a thing really where I was anyway. Maybe the library had some. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bottom left corner now. And I think it's just the police officer, but I'll check. This is not my favorite Mario game. I don't think so. Okay, who have I not talked to? Yep, just the police officer. So this led me to the upper right corner. Probably shouldn't do that. I should probably just take the streets. I beat you, Koopa. You were too slow to block my way. I just want to hit you because you're there. Okay, let's first figure out where we are, even though I know where we are, but I'm going to read it anyway. Besides the Golden Gate Bridge, the cable cars are the stars. California, here I am on the West Coast with Uncle Sam. Welcome to the Golden West. Have you visited that other California city, Los Angeles? So we're in California, not Los Angeles. No one was interested in San Francisco until the gold rush. Wherever you go, locals hate it if you call the city Frisco. To be more specific, you're on the Pacific. in the northern half of California. San Francisco, California. Take a detour through South America, because we always start Bowser's Castle in Antarctica, because nothing else is there. San Francisco. California, USA, North America. To be specific. Alright, so here's the Golden Gate Bridge. I think... Oh, I was talking to her, so it was locked. I think it's that one. So I'll just make sure. Golden Gate Bridge. Alright, read the rest. It'll be a blast to put that back on a foggy day. You'll be 260 feet above San Francisco Bay. Things can get pretty foggy on this bridge. That lets ships know exactly where they are. Are you in Marin or San Francisco County, you can cross that bridge when you get to it, and put that foghorn back, greenhorn. How polite. The Golden Gate Bridge was built in 1937. That horn belongs in the middle of the 4,200-foot span. Loves numbers. Without that foghorn, the Golden Gate Bridge would be a sailor's nightmare. Although more of an orange color than its name suggests, the Golden Gate might be the world's most famous bridge. It was built in 1937 and took over 4 years to complete. It is 4,200 feet long. The main cables are 36.5 inches in diameter and were designed to withstand winds of up to 100 miles an hour. Because the Golden Gate Bridge is covered in fog on most days, it's equipped with enormous foghorns. In the very middle, the bridge is 260 feet above the bay, just tall enough for Navy battleships to pass underneath. That's a lot of numbers. How you doing, Lair? 1937, 4,200 feet long, 36.5 inches in diameter, 100 miles an hour winds, 260 feet above the bay. Yikes. I'm not writing it down. The Golden Gate connects San Francisco to Marin County. It's not open. The 14 karat Gold Gate, not 16 karat. Hope it's not Oakland. Marin, nice. It was built in, I think, 1937. Awesome. Let's head in and get the lovely picture of the red Golden Gate Bridge. Although more orange than gold. Alright. I have not played Super Mario Flashback. I think they were to the right. Yep, and I can see the other one in the bottom. So this is the Coit Tower, and I want to return the window from the Coit Tower, so I got the right item selected. Nope, not the start button. That window belongs to the towering fire hose on Telegraph Hill. On a clear day, you can see San Francisco Bay from that window 500 feet above sea level. If you will, return to Telegraph Hill and put Mrs. Coit's tower, Miss Coit's window back. Telegraph Hill. Built in 1934, along with the door, that window belongs to Coit Tower. Now I see it clearly, that window from Coit Tower, that window's from Coit Tower on top of Telegraph Hill. Coit Tower stands 500 feet above San Francisco Bay on top of Telegraph Hill. The structure takes its name from Lillian Hitchcock Coit, who donated $125,000 to have it built in 1934. The tower honors San Francisco Fire Brigade. Shaped like a tall column, it is easy to see why the people constantly remark that it resembles a fire hose. Inside, the tower is decorated with 16 large murals, the 25 mural artists that were commissioned as part of the Make Work program designed to ease financial hardships during the Depression. So they hired 25 people to paint stuff, and they only took 16, which makes sense. But how did they pick them? But they paid them all. All right. Just hope I got it. I'm not sure how I really enjoyed playing this, but I did. Yeah, I liked finding the stuff and kind of delivering it, and I mean finding like the info somehow. On what hill does it stand? Well, we heard Telegraph Hill about 40 times in the middle of those. Who is it built to honor? It was built to honor the San Francisco Fire Brigade, although this is a person who donated, so that's why it's named to her. That's it. Why is this an education game? Because there's education in it. There's the Kuwait Tower, which I guess looks like a fire hose. I guess the top is like the nozzle. I guess I'm trying to see it. Probably impress parents as politicians more than it was to please kids. I'm sure they did whatever just to get people to buy it. The main point of making anything, for sure. Just to make parents go, oh, Nintendo, I remember that. They made this thing. We can trust them, right? Kind of thing. Back when Mortal Kombat was national news. Any good PR was probably good then. I don't really remember that. Remember, like, outrage over the blood and stuff, though. But, I mean, the Super Nintendo game didn't have blood. That might have been... I just don't remember how publicized it was, though. Right. Something that starts with the T pyramid that I don't remember. Transamerica. I guess some downtown hound knocked the block off the Transamerica pyramid. Swindle parents, yeah. Any edutainment game sort of feels like you're ripped off. That's from that building where they write insurance policies. I hope Mario's insurance is paid up. So the timer in the bottom left, as I guess the time I have left. So, no time bonus, huh? It's just so slow. Although the observation deck is oddly not at the top of the pyramid building, that thing should be. That was placed atop the most distinct building in downtown San Francisco in 1972, the year the pyramid was completed. Even if it is earthquake-proof, getting that top back on the Transamerica pyramid might shake you up a bit. The Transamerica Pyramid on Columbus Avenue in downtown San Francisco was built in 1972. It's become a landmark due to its unusual shape. Standing 853 feet tall, the pyramid is said to have changed the distinct shape of the city's skyline. San Francisco is very susceptible to earthquakes, so the pyramid was built with a flexible concrete base, which makes it one of the most earthquake-proof of all of San Francisco's skyscrapers. Well, as earthquake-proof as anything else. Alright, I had a thought, but I'm gonna do this first. Let's return the top of the pyramid. It is earthquake-proof due to its concrete base, flexible concrete base. The pyramid is located next to Cairo's Great Pyramids, clearly, on the Trans-American Highway on Columbus Avenue next to the zoo. I don't remember any of that said. I'm gonna guess Columbus Avenue, and that is right. Relax, Sans. Although they had to brand it with Mario to sell it. No one would have bought it if it was just deliver stuff to the world. There's what that looks like. Alright. I think it's sort of funny that this is a Luigi game that someone asked where Mario was. Jessica asked where Mario was. He's sitting in Bowser's castle having tea as they're laughing as Luigi's doing all of this, like, actual work. They had a contract with Nintendo, clearly, to go and steal the stuff and try to somehow shove the real world and the Mushroom Kingdom together, as this game did anyway. Well, branding something as Mario keeps it lighthearted. Alright, so that is all 5 of the cities. That means it's time to fight a boss. We come over here and let him get let out, and as you see, I'm gonna have to work really hard to dodge him as he is behind me. We're gonna use the Super Saiyan Koopa smashing techniques, which is jump wildly and hope you hit him 3 times. I assume 3 times. Die, Ludwig, or whoever, more than 3 times, who had absolutely nothing to do with this, as far as we know. 5. That's 6. But whatever. You just jump until it works. Now we can go through here, go to the next floor, which I believe that is Iggy. We have 5 new cities. Yep, he can't hurt you at all. It's ridiculous. But there's a password system in this game anyway. But yeah, you can't lose. There's no losing. 0 chance of death. The worst you can do is get no time bonus, which, yeah. They can't hit you, but yet they capture Mario. That writing sure looks Greek, doesn't it? Why are there bosses? Just to try to make you convinced it's something like a Mario game. Okay, I should try to go toward the eyes. But I'm just kind of hitting Koopas because any of them could have it too. I think there was an eye visible as I went around, so I'm going to go this way even without looking at the map. There's a Koopa at least. That was worth it. Stuff. Okay, map. Game's more entertaining if you just try go guess everything. Well, how much do you remember from me reading it really fast anyway? Alright, everything's down there. Look at the Koopas on this row. I mean, there's like a slight bit of humor in the dialogue. It's bad humor to where I just have to read it. Adrian's arc. Arc. Yes. Arch. Archy arch. Arc-shaped arch. And the Parthenon. Said something about Athens there. Hey look, they're next to each other. Alright, how many objects do I have? I got all 3. How about that? Still has a better plot than Undertale. Wow. Like, for once, I can actually disagree with that statement and actually mean it. Start getting all the info. Okay, down I'll go to the right. At least the cities have different, you know, graphics. It's a little nice. I'm just stomping you because you exist. Alright, left, and I'll go down because of the doctor guy. You know, hostility in the chat is a bad thing. Just happens to be one of those things. Get back here. I'm not done with you. Does the game have worlds? So there's floors, and there's 5 different cities in every floor, but the cities aren't like related that I know of. I think I did all of them for him. Okay, those 2 left. So up 2 and up 1 more. Convinced of one thing regarding writing. That it's subjective. If the only difference between 2 stories is he picked up a stone versus he picked up a rock, one would be the best story ever and the other would be the worst. Because of just the slight bit of description you could get out of stone and rock. I don't quite follow. I could have definitely been hitting those buttons and saying those words at the same time. Clearly with the time bonus, the game doesn't want you to enjoy it. Wouldn't you get more of a bonus for being correct? See the left or the right? The long road. Okay, that should be everything. It's extremely easy. This nation is the southernmost country in Europe. Let's get loose with and party with Zeus. He may be home on Olympus. I guess it's hit or myth. So terrible. Can I convince you Syra hits the southernmost tip of the Balkan Peninsula? Beware of Greeks bearing gifts, is what they used to say. I don't believe it applies today. Welcome to Athens, Greece. Just lay it out there. Zorba was here, but left for the Acropolis. I'm sure that's a joke. How much time does it say I have? 3:22? Out of curiosity. Since I haven't really looked at that clock. Southernmost part of Europe. You're going to Greece, which is over here. I used to be good at geography at one point. Alright, information booth time. Wherever the hell those were. Guess I'll go all the way to the bottom. They're all right together. Koopa's gonna be in my way. We're gonna politely let him pass. And then run top speed down the street. Hadrian's Ark. I don't know which has to do with it, so I'll find out by seeing which pamphlet it is. Well, looks like this one. Alright. His ark divided the city into two. Greeks got one of those plaques and Romans did too. The plaque says, "This is Athens." Its twin says what that one doesn't. Yeah, that's alright. Most of the people on YouTube, that's always how it is. Take a cab to Hadrian's Ark and put the plaque back, Jack. That wasn't very informative. That brass is from the gate built in 131 AD to divide Athens from Hadrianopolis. Something like that. I'm sure my pronunciations are just all out of the window, but I am trying. That's a plaque from the west side of Hadrian's Gate. Perhaps your brother is stuck in Hadrianopolis. So Hadrian's Gate divided Athens and Hadrianopolis. Yeah, I still agree with the music somehow. I kind of like it. Roman Emperor Hadrian, 117 to 138 AD, commissioned the building of the ornate arch. I do not want to say arch for some reason. The arch separates the ancient city of Athens from the Roman city he built there, Hadrianopolis. The arch, made from pure white marble, was completed in 131 and resembles the French Arc de Triomphe. Two brass plates affixed to the arch say it all. On the west face, the inscription reads, "This is Athens, the ancient city of Theseus," while on the east side, the inscription reads, "This is the city of Hadrian, and not of Theseus." Okay. That's quite funny, actually. And I'm out of time, as I see. And I haven't done one of these. Two of these. I want to return the Caryatid. That must be the name of the plaque. No, it's not selected. I want to return the blast plaque. For whom did they name the arch in the new Roman city? They named it for Hadrian. It's Hadrian's Arch. The arch is made of marble. There we go. I almost got confused there. Does that say 95 cents for a newspaper? It did say something at the top. I didn't see exactly. There's Hadrian's Arch. Doesn't look super sturdy. Must be the angle. I'll look at the paper next time, maybe. Arch made of euros. I went up too far. Yeah, I should be reading all the choices, probably. I'm giving you time to think. We could take a vote. Okay, the Parthenon first, which probably is that one. See from the newspaper. Parthenon in the upper right, yep, 95 cents. Sports, page 11, afternoon edition. 46 of those hold up the Parthenon's canopy. I hope the remaining 45 can do the job. It's Doric. I remember that from the columns in my history book. It goes on the Parthenon. The hill has 4 buildings with columns, but it's 36 feet high. This can only belong to one of them. The hill has 4 buildings with columns, but only one of them is exactly 36 feet high, which is the Parthenon. The Parthenon is the peak of classical architecture. That is a piece of the peak. That column's place will be obvious. It's near the great Acropolis. The Parthenon was built to honor Athena, goddess of Athens, who gave Greece's capital city its name, Athens, because we needed to write it there again. The Parthenon was erected between 1447, 447, and 438, not 447, 438 BC, by the same architects who built the Acropolis. The temple is famous for its quantity of Doric columns. There are 8 columns on both ends and 17 along each side. An enormous statue of the goddess once stood in the Parthenon's Great Hall. She was 39 feet high, her hands and face made from ivory. Her dress was 2,205 pounds of pure gold. Mario's missing because Mario's in Bowser's castle. Trapped, sipping tea, enjoying the view of Luigi running around for next to no reason. How many columns was it? 8, 16, and 34. Do I really need to read this when I can just read another one? 8 columns on both ends, 17 along each side. 50. 36 feet high. Yeah, I thought it was a different number. 46 columns. Apparently math is not working for me right now. 8 columns on both ends, 17 on each side. 39 feet high is the statue, 2,205 pounds of pure gold. Let's try. The architects who built the Parthenon also built the statue of Athena, Acropolis, Indianapolis Speedway, Pyramids. Well, it's in the Acropolis, so the statue's attached to it, so that one. Nope. Must be the Acropolis. Yeah, I could do this one. Let's just try to do 2 at once, because that's different. Superwoman has nothing on her. 6 of those held up the Erythrian's roof. I'm gonna forget trying to pronounce that. A caryatid, it should be called a carrier roof because of that's what they do. I can't even carry a tune. So I want to go back to Tony Major. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. Shocked me during the stream. Sure. 5 of her sisters a waiter. The caryatid is losing face from acid rain, but 2,000 years outside might well explain. I'm missing caryatid. Carry her back to the E-place. Her full support is needed. The temple's floor plan is very complicated. It was built to include many earlier temples that once stood on the same site. Over the centuries, the temple has been a church, a palace, a harem, and a storehouse for the Greek military. Its most famous feature is the porch of the caryatids, a deck supported by 6 columns which resemble young girls. Each caryatid stands 6 feet 6 inches high. The girls' dresses look like columns they replaced. The caryatids are copies. The originals were removed to protect them against pollution. Interesting. I didn't review. Oh, they're both busy. That's not very fair. They communicate. Alright, let's try this one. Each caryatid has a lovely face. What are they meant to replace? Replace? So they basically are columns too. Guards? What? I don't remember that at all. The girls' dresses look like the columns they replace, but they are columns. They don't replace columns. Okay, they're columns. Okay, I'll just stick with this one. I know you're busy, but you're gonna be really busy while I completely ruin your day until you just let me do this again. They replace columns. The original caryatids were removed to protect them from pollution, thieves, vandals, the Romans. Pollution. There we go. The Erechthian Temple. Maybe. Yeah, let's see if I can do this one without looking again. Which of the three types of Greek columns is best represented? Ionic, Doric, Ironic, Round. It's very non-ironic that it's Doric. Parthenon was built to honor Athena, Zeus, Helen, Troy, Acropolis. It's built in the Acropolis, right? To honor Athena. There we go. Cool. Just need to relax, hands. There is the Parthenon. Or what is left of it. All of them, where's that pipe? Cool, I did just kind of remember. Give me that 0 time bonus. Because it wouldn't have sold if it wasn't a Mario game. And if it wasn't a Mario game, I wouldn't be playing it right now. I can guarantee that pretty much. This is a song I remember a lot. It's 5 cities per floor, and I think there's 4 floors. That would make 20. If I'm right, maybe it's 15. Okay. We're going up. I'm not sure if I'm happy about it either, Great Fuzz. Pamphlet for the Pietro Colon? Colon? Cologne? It's not great music. I'm just saying I remember this music. Yeah, overall I think the music's kind of good. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's thrilling. Techno music, 10 out of 10. Okay, going down to the bottom. Tell me when I press a button and we'll see if demons come out of the ground. Now also. Yeah, Daspoon kind of describes it well. But again, I sort of like it. Maybe just because I remember the game fondly. If I heard the music by itself, without playing the game, I probably wouldn't care. Okay, we got all 3 things. Let's talk in the middle of the road. That's the best place to do conversation. Relax on the caps and all that, Sans. I don't think there's a reason to be outraged. But, no, probably. Zelda might have made sense. But Mario's universe is already, like, screwed as it is, and they're just characters in a play, so they can be in pretty much anything and be canon. That's the interesting bit. Now, I would think doing it this way would actually be the fastest. We're running from the ends of the earth to talk to each other. Two people up. Yeah, that's pretty much right, Ajora. It's our most known character. Let's make sure we can use it in everything we can. Just to crush you for fun. Alright. Where do I need to go? To the right. And I'll figure out where we are. I wasn't really paying attention to this stuff. Its name starts and ends with the letter A. You're in the second largest country in South America, okay? Take your sweater, it gets chilly as you head toward the Pacific Ocean. Buenos Aires is the second largest Latin American city after Mexico City. Buenos Aires was founded in 1536 by the Spanish. On South America's east coast, Buenos Aires harbor gives Argentina a region to boast. Buenos Aires in Chile. That is not what I want. I want the globe. Argentina. So we're close to Chile. I was like confused. I didn't think it was in Chile. It was in Argentina. There is a Yoshi. Obelisk monument. Stone from the obelisk. We got the right thing. Let's learn about it. It's fun. That stone is from an obelisk. You can climb this one with little risk. That is part of a tall monument to Buenos Aires. Climb it outside and it might be scary. You have a stone from the obelisk. You can climb it inside if you wish. When they used to build the obelisk, Argentina's capital was already 400 years old. Monumental detective work. That missing stone made a hole in the obelisk monument. The obelisk monument in downtown Buenos Aires honors the 400th anniversary of the founding of Argentina's capital city. Built in 1910 and made of stone, it was designed to look like Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. The obelisk is very tall and can be seen from most of downtown. A small door on the monument's side allows visitors the unique opportunity to climb an obelisk. A staircase inside visitors brings visitors to the top, where they can look out onto Plaza de República and view the entire city. Built in 1910. Monument seen from downtown. Small door opportunity. Climb Plaza de República 400th anniversary. I'm looking at the time. I'm curious. It does count time while I'm doing. I don't get the clock. I was trying to figure out the clock. What does the monument honor? Tall buildings founding of Buenos Aires, George Washington founding. What will you find at the top? Windows, crown jewels, Argentina's constitution. I don't remember. Windows? Yes, yes, there's windows. Hey, look, there's a window. I actually was guessing then, and then I remember people climbed it to get a review of the plaza. There's the obelisk. Koopas have always been innocent. Peach is a dictator. All they do is walk in a straight line. They never tried to hurt anyone. They just bite if you get too close, like a snapping turtle. That works, right? Logic and stuff. To the right and up. This is... Well, we got the right thing. That belongs on a stage that's a block long. Without it, the flutist can't play along. Hey, the lute. That flute must go back to one of the world's best opera houses. Isn't it cute, that flute? It's from the home of ballet, symphony, and opera. Teatro Colon was built in 1908. That flute is instrumental to the symphony orchestra. Whistle a happy tune while you return that flute to the Teatro Colon. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's one of the two. But it is considered one of the world's most beautiful opera houses. It is also famous for its wonderful acoustics or sound system. Sound system. That's exactly what acoustics means. It was built in 1908. The stage can hold 600 performers and is longer than one city block. The theater is very fancy with its huge chandeliers, red and gold box seats, and soft red upholstery. It's lovely. Besides opera, the Colin thing is home to the National Ballet and National Symphony companies. 600 performers, city block long, 1908. Let's return the flute. How many people can fit? A city block's full is how wide it is. Must be 600. When was it built? 1908. Cool. There is the theater. Which we stare at and waste time. Okay, we're going down, down, left, down. Gotta look out for all those cars that we never see. Good job, you've lassoed a Koopa and retrieved the Boleodorus. Not sure what that is, but it looks like that. I've heard cows are glad gauchos don't use them anymore. That one came from the Gaucho Museum. That's an interesting old gaucho tool that belongs in the Jose Hernandez Gaucho Museum. Finding that old lasso is quite a relief. Argentina is famous for its cows and for beef. Good catch, Luigi. That Boleodorus is from Jose Hernandez Gaucho Museum. Gauchos are Argentina's version of cowboys. Boleodorus, a Y-shaped lasso with leather-covered stone balls at one end, was the gaucho's most efficient herding tool. In the 1700s, the gaucho lived in fields with his herds. He mostly traveled from the Pampas plains while riding extremely fast horses. Imported from the Spaniards, the gaucho used the Boleodorus to trip the bulls and cows in his herd, causing them to fall. Once on the ground, he could brand or butcher the cattle without help. It was a lasso with stone balls at the end that would trip cows and bulls. Jose Hernandez Gaucho Museum. What is the American version of a gaucho cowboy? What is the Boleodorus made of? Leather and steel, glass, nervous leather and stones, plastic and styrofoam. Well, I believe that would be leather and stones. Cool. That is right. That is a gaucho. I guess a painting may be in the Gaucho Museum. Not a picture of the building, though. Which way to the pipe? Right there. Left and up. Did I get a time bonus? Maybe? Doubt it. Got them all right. 0. I think you do get a reward bonus if you don't get answers wrong, and the amount that they reward you is based on that. But I wasn't paying that much attention to how much money they gave. Okay, 3 more cities on this floor. Running off the pipe directly onto the Koopa. Sydney Opera House. Well, we might know where we are. It's all you, so die. Yeah, but it seems to be tracking real time. Saw the eye all the way down, but there's Koopas down there, so let me get them. I mean, I'm trying to talk to everybody with everything. That's the only real thing I can see of saving any time. So it's actually a bit demanding. Bondi Beach. Haven't got anything yet. Up all the way. I just hope to get artifacts on the way to get all the pamphlets first. See you. Taronga Zoo. I'm just gonna jump in the pipe and we'll start killing Koopas since I haven't got anything yet. Now the score doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I am there. Up. Awesome. Just go in the pipe because thing. Wanted to go to the bottom. I would imagine that's where stuff would be. Well, the way I'm trying to play the game is to get all of the information on the computer. That's what I'm considering 100%. So we got all the artifacts. And now we talk to people. I mean, I'm only doing the stuff in this order because if I talk to people with the stuff, then I don't have to talk to them twice. Being efficient for what I'm trying to do anyway. Well, we know where it is. I did not want to go up. But I'll read what they say anyway. Earth. Nope. Sydney. That lovely continent of Oceania. Did I talk to him? I don't even remember. I did. Everybody else. Up on the left. Yeah, score in Mario Maker is kind of funny, but I mean, Mario games have always had that score display, so it's kind of iconic to take it away. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the upper left first. 2 people up there. Why am I playing this? I'm playing 12 sort of random games over the course of December as a special, and at least the only thing in common between them is that I like them, or did like them. Some more well-known, some less well-known. '64 games didn't. That's true. Or the 3D games, is what I meant to say. In the upper right corner at somebody. And are you not digging the scenery? Now, word doesn't have a score, although you could see your total number of words. Alright, Taronga Zoo. So let's probably read about the koala and where we are, even though we know it's Sydney. The place is a mega cool wonder. They often refer to it as the land down under. The continent and a country. It's the only one that's like that. I always thought Australia's capital... We only have 30 seconds apparently left on the clock anyway. It's funny. I always thought Australia's capital was spelled Sydney. I don't like to be bossy, but can't you recognize an Aussie? You're in Sydney, mate. Koalas and surfing. Can't wait. Alright, I don't care about the koala now. It's so cute, I can't bear it even though koalas aren't bears. Along with roos and wombats, they're Australian mascots. That's a koala, and all of them live in Australia. That's a tree-dwelling marsupial, and he eats eucalyptus. You can ferry to the zoo or put him on the bus. You can put him on the bus. The koala would like to return to Taronga Park. Please hurry. It's a short ride on the ferry. The koala is a world-famous symbol of Australia. Contrary to popular belief, koalas are not bears, but marsupials. The country down under is the only place in the world where the small, cuddly animals can be found. The Taronga Zoo has its own landing wharf to receive the ferry boat, which brings visitors from Sydney, 25-minute ride away. The zoo is the nearest place to the city, where tourists and Australians can see the koalas and other animals unique to this country and continent. Marsupials, 25-minute ferry ride, Taronga Zoo. Alright, let's return the koala then. It can be reached by ferry boat, helicopter, kangaroo ride, or subway. So, what does that bear like to eat? Eucalyptus, nuts and berries, slow-moving children, or porridge? Eucalyptus. Well, this game was made in, like, early 90s. Papers used to be, like, 50 cents. Sunday editions were $1, and they're thick. There is a koala. If you've never seen one. This one's next to the exit, but it's right here. Sydney Opera. Probably this paper thing. Well, it's got lines of little music notes, and it belongs to the building that looks like sailboats. I'd take the ferry round circular quay and put that music back before the maestro caught me. Bring that round Sydney Harbor to the Opera House and they'll sing your praises. You scored. That's from the Opera House, opened in 1973 on Bennelong Point. It's sheet music and it's missing from Sydney Opera House. Hurry or Beethoven's 9th will follow his 7th. I guess it's of Beethoven's 8th then. Sydney's Opera House has become the most well-known landmark in the city. Most people remark that it looks exactly like a boat under full sail. A contest was held to design the Opera House. People from all over the world submitted plans, and a young architect from Denmark was chosen. Because of problems with the construction, the architect unhappily left the project before it was completed. The theater built on Bennelong Point, named for an Aborigine, Australia's native people. Interesting. The design contest part. Bennelong Point, named for an Aborigine, unhappy with the construction. Beethoven's 8th. Let's return the sheet music. It's built on an Aborigine's home, Sydney Point, Bennelong Point, Opera Lane. Point. When did it open? 1973, 1976, 1968, 1964. I don't remember the number. 73, 76, 76. Damn it. I don't see it in the paper. Someone else said it. 1973. 1973. You're not getting any work done. Just help me already. Help me help you. I know there's a lot of symphonies before the 8th, but you'll need this eventually. People say the Opera House resembles a blueberry Danish, sailboat, an opera singer, or a seashell. Sailboat. When did it open? It was built in 1973. Okay, it's the same. It didn't like, it wasn't like closed for 3 years, right? Just waiting for some crap like that. There's a pretty sailboat, but not Sydney Opera House, which does look like sailboats. Looks like several sailboats next to each other on each building of it. Okay, the beach was bottom right. Surf's up Wahine. Ride that back to Aussie's most famous beach. Take the train to Bondi Junction. Can I borrow that and hang 10? That board should be returned to Bondi, our answer to Waikiki. Sydney-siders are avid surfboard riders. They cover Bondi's 75,000 square feet of white sand every weekend. That's a surfboard guy. Probably belongs to that Bondi beachcomber who's waving at us. He didn't chase the Koopa who snapped it from him. Australia, because it is both continent and country, has thousands of miles of coastline. Two of the most popular beaches near Sydney are famous around the world. Both Manly and Bondi beaches are popular as great surfing beaches, but Bondi is perhaps the better of the two. Thousands of beach enthusiasts gather at Bondi every year to watch the Australian Surfing Championships. What else do I need out of there? Thousands of miles of coastline. Two of the most popular, Mandy and Bondi. I'm reading that right. Manly. Thousands gathered surfing championships. 75,000 square feet of white sand. Surfboard. Every year, the Australian Surf Blank are held at Bondi. University Conference Championships Bonanza. Man, I probably would get more people there if you called it the Bonanza. About how big is it? 75, some number of zeros square feet. 75,000. Bondi Beach. That is definitely a beach and a wave. Guess not much else to it. And a surfboard. And that is it. Where's that pipe at? Because I gotta rush so I can get 0 points. You know, the time bonus is probably like the only thing that would make you want to play this twice. I mean, if you owned the game even. I mean, imagine someone buying this for Christmas. And this is the only game you get to play for like 3 months. Angel of Independence. Pretty square here again. I'm gonna go up to the corner because there's lots of Koopas. Taking Yoshi with me would make sense. That's why we can't do that. Undertale is very much worth playing. I enjoyed it. I would say you're going to get the most out of it in the least amount of time if you just play the pacifist run of it. That is kind of how the game was designed to be played, I would say. Okay, where am I? Keep going to the right. I have not played Five Nights at Freddy's. I've seen some of it. That's enough. Okay, we've got all of the pamphlets. one thing. Let's see. Down as a Koopa, down again as a Koopa. Yeah, there's a lot of them. 3 Koopas down. Go down. Sounds like a false choice. I mean, in Undertale there's 2 ways to defeat every enemy. And once you just start doing one way, you just kind of keep doing it the rest of the game, and it sort of... I mean, the story changes and the difficulty level changes. I mean, if you want to kill everything, you pretty much have to really dedicate to it. Even just hunting to find stuff that I'm aware of. Okay, I do have all of them. Okay, people time. Was there someone in the lower right as I wasn't paying attention? No, that's a pipe. It would make a good mobile app. You wouldn't get that jump scare, I guess. People would drop their phone and sue. Be outraged. They wouldn't win, but... You assume, Sans. I just said I like Undertale. I played it after all. All the way up to the top on this road, I think. For the other 2 people. It is an iPad. One more. Yeah, I'm not a fan of jump scares. I'm not thrilled about them. They used to really bother me, but now it's just more like, oh, yay. Yeah, it's not... Deeper scares are more interesting, but I don't like horror games or movies either. Which one did I do? I don't remember. Let's do both. Okay, we just got that guy. Which is... down 1, 2, 3. I believe that's who that is. It did seem mindless. There wasn't a lot of hints where they were going. There's some hints, but it's just designed to make you feel helpless. And in the middle of the road, my favorite place to get info. Okay, we are... A hat dance will soon be in order until you realize you're south of the United States border. Did you really expect to go to Mexico and have no peso? You're bound to meet someone you know. It's the most populated city on Earth. Show some respect for the glorious Aztec who settled in what is now the largest city in the world. You're in the Zocalo Amigo, the heart of the old city. Mexico City. Why do I go to the city map? Makes you more mad than scared. Yeah, especially if you feel out of control, then it's not really fun. Yay, Yoshi. Undertale is not trash. It is overrated. That's clear. Alright, which one is this? Fine Arts Palace. We have a Fine Arts catalog. That probably lines up. That art mart looks like a palace, but there are a lot of murals hanging out there. Unfortunately, there's no sign of Mario. They just sneak that little tiny reference in there. I guess the museum's gift shop sells those. Mexico's art giants are between its covers. The catalog of artworks in the palace, those Koopas have stealing down to an art. There's 3 ways to play Undertale, and I would say there's only 2 that actually matter. I was happy just playing the main way, though. That's the directory from the Palace of Fine Art. Fine job. It's the Fine Arts Palace on the main street. Juarez Avenue used to be a royal palace. The palace was first turned into an opera house and finally an art museum. Admired for its elaborate architecture, the museum's vast collection represents Mexico's greatest artists, including Tamayo Diego Rivera and his wife, Frida Kahlo. Its official Spanish name is Palacio de Bellas Artes, one of the 2. Palacio de Bellas Artes, Juarez Avenue, Tamayo Diego Rivera, Frida Kahlo, elaborate architecture, catalog. Yeah, it's meant to... I mean, the game at the very beginning kind of makes it clear that you shouldn't kill things. It wants you to play that way. The museum used to be a royal palace, great restaurant, or library. It was a palace. Diego Rivera's wife, Frida Kahlo, was also a famous artist. Ooh, a $900 reward. I mean, it was a catalog. Wasn't really exciting. Pretty sure you rewarded too much. You could have printed another. Busy street there. Lovely palm tree. Or whatever tree. Okay, to the right. Knew there was another one nearby. Okay, which is this? National Palace. I don't know which is which. Angel of Independence, so this is the National Palace. Okay. Of course, we're out of time. That mural covers 1,200 square feet of the wall of the National Palace. That's probably Diego Rivera's best-known painting. The National Palace was begun at Cortez's call. That mural appears on its wall. The moral is never steal a mural from the National Palace. Got the picture? Want the long name? The epic of the Mexican people in their struggle for freedom and independence. The name of the mural. The explorer Cortez convinced Mexico to build the National Palace. Inside is a painting by Diego Rivera, one of Mexico's most famous artists. He's especially well known for his political murals, in particular for the 1,200 square foot painting, The Epic of the Mexican People, in Mexico City's National Palace. The wall painting took the artist and his 16 full-time assistants 16 years to complete. The painting depicts Mexico's exciting political history. Wow. 1,200 square feet, 16 people, 16 years. I want to return this one. The mural took 16 years to complete. Riviera is known for his political murals. Funny, violent, colorful. That is a picture of the mural. Probably just a bit of it. So he's poking the knight with a stick, and he's dressed up as a beaver? I won't try to analyze more than that. Alright, we got the angel, which is down there, left 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the thing in Undertale is even though you're trying to help everything still tries to kill you, and you just somehow convince it to let you give it mercy, is how the battles sort of work, and it doesn't exactly make sense, I don't think. Okay, we have an angel of something. Even the locals use the 150-foot cherub as a landmark. Be an angel and return it. I sat in the Zona Rosa to eat my tacos and I leaned against that angel. She is supposed to face Suarez Avenue, only you and a miracle can get it back there. The angle is that the angel was built to honor revolutionary heroes. The reformer looks deformed without the Angel of Independence, feel free to replace it. The Zona Rosa, or Pink Zone, is at the exact heart of Mexico City's old district, in the Plaza de la Reforma. In the center of the zone sits the Angel of Independence. The angel is a 150-foot golden cherub built to honor the heroes of the Mexican Revolution. Even the city's natives use the beautiful angel as a geographic landmark. Hey there, Mikey. The Zona Rosa is Spanish for no parking, pink, or rosebuds. No parking. The angel faces Juarez Avenue, Columbus Circle, Zocalo Boulevard. Juarez Avenue must be pretty dang important. A lot of stuff there. Angel of Independence. Alright. This way. For 0 time bonus. We got points. One more on this floor, and that will be the second floor. I don't remember how many floors there are. I'd probably like to know that right now. Why is the Arc de Triomphe closed today? I'm trying to look. City's first floor. Okay, there are 3 floors. Everybody knows. Yeah, I played this when it was first out. I'm kind of running randomly. City has long streets. Felt like there'd be something important up here for some reason. As much as there's anything important in this game. Back here, you. It was longer than it looked. He runs like, yeah, it's longer than the street is on the map. Notre Dame. Notre Dame. I just looked up on a wiki and they had city lists for the different versions of the game, so apparently those were different too. So you could have gotten more knowledge by buying all of them, paying us more money. Okay, we've got all the artifacts. Where am I? I'm gonna go down 1, get 1 Koopa, and go down again. I've got all the artifacts, I don't need the Koopas. What am I saying? So let's talk to people. Did I hit it? For some reason, I'm second guessing everything. Alright. I'm gonna go down 2, because the police officer's a little closer to me. Curvy road. My longest stream ever. No, this is the only one I played. I might have played the NES one actually, but I remember this one the best. Whatever best means. I don't really remember playing the NES one. I knew he was on this road. Okay, I'm gonna go right. higher. Just remember he was to the left. There he is. At least here you are moving around somewhere compared to like where in the world's Carmen San Diego, you were just selecting menu options and everything felt like it took forever to move. Again, I didn't really touch it much. Is this game free now? I have no idea what it goes for. The biggest fact I know about it is that it's the biggest country in Europe now that the Soviet Union broke up. France is famous for good food and passion. The sign is a river, cherry, and winds through the 8 miles of Gay Paris. Now a republic, since the French Revolution, Parisians knew it was a good solution. You're on 41 square miles of French soil in the center of Paris. Paris, France, Europe. I'd get a lot more if educational games were more fun than educational, but that's not. This is one of the more fun ones to me. Paris, France. I actually didn't know where I was going. Okay. Info booth on the right side. Imagine trying to play this in Latin America without knowing English. Would be probably hard. Hello, Stingray. Alright, which is this? Cathedral of Notre Dame. I got the right item selected. Sorry, Cheapot Man. There's a whole other floor, though. Too cool. That was rung by Quasimodo in the movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Ding Dong, Our Lady's Bell is back. The cathedral has two identical towers that is used to ring the hours. An enduring symbol of Paris, Notre Dame began around 1150 that goes in the South Tower. Take a cab to Notre Dame Cathedral. The driver may charge you extra for that bell. Oh, it must weigh a ton. Construction of King Louis the IX's big project and the... I've read so much, it's hard to read more. The Cathedral of Notre Dame, or Our Lady, began in 1163 and took 150 years to complete. Every detail of the Gothic architecture was used in its design. Situated on the banks of the Isle de la Cite, Notre Dame can hold 9,000 people. The church is especially known for its huge rose-colored stained glass window. The window is illustrated with 80 pictures taken from the Old Testament. This is the home of the lovable Quasimodo, the hunchback from Victor Hugo's novel The Hunchback of Notre Dame. King Louis VIII, 1163, 150 years to complete, 9,000 people, has a stained glass window, it's rose-colored, 80 pictures. Quite a bit of stuff in there. What does Notre Dame mean in English? Our Lady, not Great Dane, Hunchback, or football. The cathedral is an example of what architectural style? Gothic, that word, Old Testament, Art Deco. Isle de la Cite was something, had pictures of the Old Testament. It must be this, which it's not. No, I didn't pick that up yet, but I'll get it before I return it. Gothic architecture, I did miss that. The banks of the Ile de la Cite River, I guess. Gothic architecture, 80 pictures from the Old Testament. Began in 1163, 150 years to complete. You're not getting work done. You are clearly not caring that I have something important. No. I'm trying to find Mario, sort of like we're in the world's Carmen San Diego. Not exactly. We know where Mario is, but we're trying to like teach the Koopas of when it's stolen stuff, so we're sort of doing that before we go and save Mario. sort of what's really happening. What does Notre Dame mean in English? Our Lady, the cathedral is an example of Gothic architectural style. Same questions. There is the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Or Notre Dame if you like football. Well, it's to the left, but where? The end of this road. At least Yoshi can run fast. I'm sure I'm out of time already. Eiffel Tower. If I need the pamphlet, I haven't got it yet. Alright, let's read the stuff. You'll have 1,652 steps to climb with it, but don't worry, you can slide back down the 1,000-foot flagpole. I'm not climbing the flagpole, too. That's the topper to the most riveting site in Paris. Took 2.5 million rivets to build it. That's the tricolor, red, white, and blue. Climb the Eiffel Tower, and you'll know what to do. Gustave Eiffel built his tower in 1887. They added that flag later. How can the French salute the Eiffel Tower without that? The tower has come to symbolize Paris. Was designed by Gustave Eiffel, an engineer. The tower was built for the World's Fair of 1889. But it was built in 1888, right? It is 1,050 feet high and built entirely of steel. 2.5 million rivets hold it together. The Eiffel Tower has its own post office, and letters posted there will bear its impressive postmark. Once the tallest building in the world, it is now dwarfed by the Empire State Building and Chicago's Sears Tower. Hope it was built in 1988. I'm now worried about that. It did not say that. It was just built for an 1889. 1,652 steps. 1,000-foot flagpole. I'm going to hit the right button one of these times. For what occasion was it built? French Revolution, Film Festival, World's Fair? World's Fair. What was the profession of the man who designed the Eiffel Tower? Well, he was an engineer, not a fashion designer, politician, or steel worker. All those numbers I memorized did not help. Alright, one more. I didn't look how much time was left. Probably 0. Wasn't it the upper left corner? Alright, the Arc de Triomphe. We're returning the flame. Hey, that's the torch I saw at the Arc de Triomphe. Hey, look, the time is at 0. I bet you'll get a monument just like it if you can stop Bowser. Those little one-liners, just of pretending that this is a Mario game. I saw it under the arch where Napoleon had hoped to march. What a torch! That doesn't rhyme. That's the flame that takes its name from the tomb of the unknown soldier. Read my lips, the Arc de Triomphe dates from the late 1790s. That is lit daily. Don't let the fire... I can take care of that later, Sans, or someone else can do it. I should notice later, though, after I'm done with this. Don't let the fire go out. It marks the unknown soldier's tomb. The Arc de Triomphe. Arc de Triomphe. We needed a translation there. It was built by the architect Chalgrin by the orders of Napoleon. It honored the French Empire and the triumph of the French armies during the Revolution. Napoleon died before the structure could be completed in 1836. A small museum inside the arch commemorates both the history of the great general and the building itself. In 1920, the arch became the site of the tomb of the unknown soldier. Early evening at 6:30, a delegation from the Old Soldiers Association rekindles the tomb's torch. Old Soldiers Association at 6:30 p.m. lights a torch. Completed in 1836. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in 1920. French Revolution something. Victories and stuff. Who ordered it to be built? Chalgrin was not the architect. Did he order it? Yeah, Napoleon ordered it. Darn you. Hello, Matt. It was built by Shalgren, ordered by Napoleon. Yeah. Honored. French Empire and triumph of French armies during the Revolution. Completed in 1836. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in 1920. Just let me try again. Who ordered it to be built? Well, I better get it right. When was it completed? 1806, 1836, 1789, 1876. I believe it was 1806. It was not 1806. Was it 1836? I think that's the first one I've gotten too wrong. 1836. 1920. Ugh. Have to make me wait, don't you? Who ordered it to be built? Still Napoleon. Who is responsible for rekindling the torch? The Old Soldiers Association, the Palace Guards, the Paris Fire Department, the Unknown Soldier. It was the Old Soldiers Association. That one I remember. And we can go in and get a picture of the Arc de Triomphe. Yeah, I always thought it was neat even just seeing the pictures after doing it. Or something, anyway. Could have been a lot more pictures. You treasured the few you did get. Oh no. It's a koopaling battle. I'm so real scared. I need some Kaizo moves to pull this off. He does turn fast. It is a bit annoying. But he doesn't even like change patterns when you hit him. He doesn't like turn around or anything. He just turns around whenever he's gonna turn around anyway. It's like 6 hits. That's so silly. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. This is the final floor, according to what I looked up. 5 more cities. Back in just a bit. Enjoy the castle theme, though. Sort of. I'm back now. Alright, have a good night, Nintendo Navigator. Yep, this is the last floor, so we are 2/3 done. 5 cities to go. Let's do it. I feel like I should try to like go for a time bonus, but that would kind of make me not want to put 100% in the title. Alright. Well, there's a lovely statue on the left that might give away where we are. I'll just keep doing what I've been doing. There was like another Koopa over here. Three Koopas. You know, one of them had something. Game does put two next to each other sometimes. 4 Koopas on one screen. Well, there's an eye over here. Empire State Building. I'll go to this eye over here, and then I'll go back to the left. Hopefully these Koopas have the third one. Rockefeller Center. Probably as farther as that took me almost nowhere. I think there was one more. Artifact. Let's kill these 2 Koopas. Oh, I do have them. Alright. Well, nice then. No, I wanted to talk to you. Well, we'll talk to you first then. "20 watching and 20 likes for Mario's Missing." Just to find that amusing. I think I got all pamphlets. Talked to just 2 people, I think. Let's go up. "21 is more than 20. I love how I'm like trying to like do it quickly. I'm nowhere close to the time bonuses. It says I have 6 minutes. Okay, I talked to the kid once and the doctor guy. Kid is in the bottom right. Doctor's all the way at the right. Would be faster with Yoshi. With that last info. All right. Being an early bird in the Big Apple really helps. The country divided into 50 states, but the nation's capital isn't in any of them. So nice they named it twice, New York, New York. Legend has it that the colonists bought Manhattan for $24 from the Indians. It's made up of 5 boroughs. This borough is Manhattan. Love how the time was 6 minutes and now it's 2:46. Every time I look at the computer, it goes down by 10. Well, how about that? I don't understand the clock. I just know it always hits 0. It might go down every time you talk to someone. I don't know. New York City, New York, USA, North America. Alright. Let's go to the upper right. It is a little bit of a grind. We're 2/3 through. This and 4 more cities. Okay, what is at the Rockefeller Center? Probably that. Just make sure it's the right thing first. We're already out of time, so who cares? That god has been painted gold. He must look at the ice skating rink and get awfully cold. Besides the skyline, this statue in those rings says New York. Carnegie Hall next. The plaza was named for Rockefeller. Maybe that fellow is 24 karat gold. Both center and plaza are named for Mr. Rockefeller, who built this in the Depression. That's a Greek god. Rockefeller is not a Greek god. I'm happy you found Prometheus. We were certain we were in Rockefeller Plaza with a thief among us. Radio City Music Hall was made world famous by the dance troupe The Rockettes. The all-female group was started in Missouri in 1925. They took their name from the Roxy Theater. The original New York City home, the Rockettes have performed their high kicks in Radio City since its opening day in 1932. The music hall was built to be the largest and showiest theater in the world. Despite the Depression, which was then at its worst, the theater is a famous Art Deco landmark. Started in Missouri in 1925, opening day 1932. Rockettes. Prometheus, Rockefeller Center. Greek god. The statue overlooks the statue that overlooks the skating rink is Prometheus, not Hans Brinker or John D. Rockefeller. Rockefeller Center Street closes one day a year because the street cleaners need a holiday. The ice skating rink is closed, so the street will remain. So the street will remain private property. I thought those were different options. What does that even mean? The street cleaners need a holiday. The ice skating rink is closed. I don't remember. They had an ice skating rink. This sounds dumb enough that it's true. I'm gonna try private property. It is, so it'll remain private property. That is an odd fact. There's Rockefeller Center, pretty well known for having a tree every Christmas. I'm pretty sure that is what that's there for. Why it's in the picture. Yeah, I'm like, ice skating rink one day? I found that odd. I almost picked it though. I don't live in New York. Yeah, this is the Empire State Building. We want to return King Kong because clearly that is an actual part of the Empire State Building. Monkey business, that's from the skyscraper he climbed in his movie. Maybe that Big 8 could give me a hand up to check out the 102nd floor. Mr. Kong can pick the Empire State Building out of this jungle of skyscrapers. Although the World Trade Center is taller, that ape's home is more famous. King Kong plays ping pong on the Empire State Building. No, he doesn't. Named after New York's nickname, the Empire State Building stands 1,453 feet tall. At 102 stories, it's the third tallest building in the world, and is served by 73 elevators. It would take 30 minutes to climb the 1,860 stairs, but the express elevator will carry you to the 80th floor in under a minute. You better climb the other 22, apparently. While King Kong is a fictional figure, no, ruined my entire vision of the world. The resident window washer can be seen daily. I think that's a joke. Climbing the portable scaffolds, which enable her to move easily around the 5 acres of windows, each pane gets washed once a month. So 1,453 feet tall, 102 stories, 73 elevators, 1,860 stairs. Once a month. What was the bottom part? 5 acres of windows. I want to return King Kong. How tall is the Empire State Building? 1,453 stories. A whole lot less stories. 102 stories. The building takes its name from The Empire Strikes Back, the referee at a baseball game, New York's nickname. It's 73 elevators. Yeah, they had the elevators planned out, and then they named it New York's nickname. Easy enough. Aiden Stan. There's the Empire State Building. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's 16-bit graphics. Luigi is very proud of himself with this camera. Right, I believe we're going all the way to the left. Down one. Excuse me while I read these pamphlets in front of you. To put that back will be quite the up and down. It's 338 steps just to climb to her crown. I've always carried a torch for that statue, now you do too. Ha ha ha. And to take the ferry to Liberty Island. The people of New York are burning to see that torch. She was a present from the people of France. That's her torch. The torch from the Statue of Liberty. Hurry up, her arm is getting tired. Oh no. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from the French people to commemorate the friendship between the countries which started during the American Revolution. Built by Franco-Italian sculptor Frederick Bartholdi, Mrs. Liberty was dedicated on October 28th, 1886. Made from copper, the statue weighs 225 tons, stands 151 feet tall. Her nose alone is 4 feet long. The torch is in her right hand, is raised above the Hudson River. Her left hand holds the Declaration of Independence. The statue stands on Liberty Island in the New York Harbor. Built in 1886, 225 tons, 151 feet tall. 4 feet long nose. Alright, let's try this. Statue of Liberty honors masses yearning to breathe free. French-American friendship, New York Harbor. French-American friendship, right? Mrs. Liberty looks a lot like the sculptor's mom, Lily Langtry, Marie Antoinette, Mary Todd Lincoln. I don't remember. Marie Antoinette. No, it doesn't. Is it literally the sculptor's mother? I don't see in here what that is. Someone must have said it. Is that literally not in the game? Gift from the French people to commemorate the friendship between the countries that started during the American Revolution, built by Franco-Italian sculptor Frederick Bartholdi. Mrs. Liberty was dedicated on the state, made from copper. The statue weighs that. Her torch is in the right hand. Doesn't say. It doesn't say at all. Thanks, game. Okay then. You get to guess then. Yeah, I will try them until I get it right. I thought every answer was directly in the game. That's why the 100% thing. What does the lady hold in her hands? A torch and the Declaration of Independence, but not gloves and a French tricolor or a flashlight and a map. The Statue of Liberty honors masses yearning to breathe free, etc. French-American friendship, as we said before, so we don't need to know anyway. We'll just pretend it's Marie Antoinette. Statue of Liberty. As was kidnapped by Krang in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Look it up in the history books. So it's a little sad if you look at the skyline. I'll leave it at that. Now we run back to the blue pipe. Which was, I think, in the bottom right. Yep. One more over from where I can go here. Alright, that was city number 1. We have 4 to go. Stopping animation sounds like wheezing. Oh, from the sliding. So glad it turns my map off every time. Well, I was hoping I'd run into something if I just ran. He conquered the city, yeah. No. We have taken care of the Koopa threat and gotten all the artifacts back that no one could have done themselves. Certainly there's no police force that could do it. They just walk around and give you helpful hints. Okay, well, first, information booth. Christ the Redeemer statue. I'll go down. Lots of Koopas down there. Isn't it just a recolored Mario? Luigi's always been a recolored Mario, right? And I'm pretty sure he was in Super Mario World. Which is where they got the sprites for this, I think. All the Koopas. All the Koopas. Another Koopa. Another dead Koopa. Yep, there is 2 here. Copacabana Beach. Got all 3. That info. Yeah, he was in Mario Brothers. Pretty sure. Already did that. Sugarloaf Mountain. And there's people up there. Like all of them. Probably skipping someone in the middle. Talk in the middle of the road. Yeah, as usual. Game is not repetitive in the slightest. That was a complaint about World Carmen San Diego too, though. It was exactly the same. But yeah. Could have escalated a little bit. Could have had 4 things to find, it would have been exciting. It's certainly a decent edutainment game. I feel like I can say that. Okay, I didn't talk to her in the middle. Did I talk to the doctor? Okay, just her. I just like jumping over people. I do it every time. No, come back. Why are there mountains in the background? I guess that depends on where we are. Okay, I got stuff. Got all the check marks. We're not in New York anymore, Green Fuzz. To the south is Argentina, to your left is Peru. I'd brush up on my Portuguese if I were you. Rio means river, and day means of. I wonder what Janeiro means. Its capital is Brasilia, but you're not there. This place is more of a carnival from all I hear. Rio is righto above the Tropic of Cancer. Hyakatron. This is Mario is Missing, an edutainment game on the Super Nintendo. It covers nearly one half of South America, is the 5th largest country in the world. We finally made it to Rio de Janeiro, the Southern American tropics of Brazil. Let's go and get Yoshi. Game has Yoshi. Rio de Janeiro right there. Okay, Christ the Redeemer statue. So it's this one? No. This one? Okay. We're returning the spotlight. That's a big spotlight, and from what I hear, it belongs on top of Corcovado. Without that light, you can hardly see any of the 700-ton statue. The Redeemer statue is surrounded by fog. Do an about face and put that back. This big spotlight is needed. The statue is almost 2,100 feet high and 700 pounds. We were scared to see the Redeemer without a spotlight. Standing at the top of the 2,037-foot peak of Corcovado, the statue of Christ the Redeemer holds out his arms as if to embrace the city of Rio de Janeiro. This concrete image of Jesus Christ weighs 700 tons. In 1931, most of Rio's churches pooled their collected money and erected the statue on top of the mountain. That's why there's mountains. The top of the mountain is often in fog, but the huge spotlights keep the figure visible in every corner of the city. 2,037-foot peak, 700 tons, 2,100 feet, I believe, 1931. I believe it is Nintendo licensed. Yes, it has Mario in it. And the spotlight selected. From what material is it named? Is it made? Concrete, marble, Play-Doh, or steel? It could be really old Play-Doh, but I believe it's marble? Not marble. It's concrete, wasn't it? The concrete image. I'm out of time already, of course. Well, let's wait here until we can do it again. I figure everything awesome is in marble. It is made from concrete. What groups donated the money to erect the statue? Tango dancers, churches, schools, bingo players. It was churches. Yeah, it is a little surprising that there's a little bit of religion in a Nintendo game. One of the few cases, I would guess. Christ the Redeemer statue. Alright, where's the next? Down. They're on to the left. Not all the way at the bottom, right? Copacabana Beach. We got a seashell. They've been looking for the seashell for just weeks. It's from the world's most famous beach. I'll give you a sand dollar for it. While eating a banana, I slipped on the sands of Copacabana. Tourists would shell out good money for that along the Copacabana's 4.5-kilometer shore. I shall tell you, that's a shell from Copacabana Beach. You found a seashell from the seashore. His turf is the surf at Copacabana. Going to the beach is an art form in Rio. There are different sand spots for tourists, the young and the old, the rich and the poor. Certain beaches around the world are well known for surfing, shell collecting, or as in this case, for people watching. The world's most famous beach, Copacabana, curves 4.5 kilometers into Guanabara Bay. It sits in front of the world's most densely populated urban area. Those who know say that on any summer weekend, upwards of 100,000 people will spend some time on Copacabana Beach. Quiz time. It is world famous for windsurfing, originating the beach ball, people watching, multicolored sand. People watching. How long is the Copacabana Beach? It is 4.5 kilometers. Not miles. Copacabana Beach. That is a beach with buildings around it. An extra building. Maybe they sell snow cones. Last one. Sugarloaf rises 1,300 meters over Guanabara Bay. If you don't replace that, we'll have to walk the whole way. San Francisco doesn't seem quite so far when I look at that cable car. Something in common. That little car goes halfway to the stars, and its view of Rio is the best by far. Sugarloaf Mountain is so steep, the ride up its sides is accomplished in 2 stages. Sweet of you, super sleuth, to find the cable car that climbs Sugarloaf Mountain. We have the entire car. We're not just holding the cable. We're actually holding a cable car. I just want to get that right. Sugarloaf Mountain stands on the left side of Rio's Great Balloon-shaped bay. 2 cable cars carry visitors 1,300 meters above both the city and Guanabara Bay. Once atop the mountain, visitors can get off at the lower vista and watch samba troops perform at cliffside restaurants, or then go all the way to the top. From that height, the city spreads out below like a carpet of lights. The granite mountain got its name from Portuguese sailors who swore it resembled the cone-shaped loaves of sugar processed from Brazilian sugarcane. Oh my. Granite got its name from sugarcane, cone-shaped loaves. 1,300 meters above the city and the bay, Guanabara Bay, samba troops, cliffside restaurants, 2 stops. Oh, that's the important stuff. Tourists can scale the mountain by goat, trolley car, downhill skis, or subway. You definitely can go up the mountain by going underground. Trolley car. What's the name of the bay to the east of Sugarloaf, Guanabara Bay? To the east? Does that matter? That is Sugarloaf Mountain. Alright. See you, Green Fuzz. All the way up. Beep. Downhill skis would be fun. You probably would be pulled. Yes, Mario is missing because he didn't want to be in the game. So I said earlier he's with Bowser in Bowser's castle just sipping tea and making fun of Luigi. Run to collect that 0 time bonus. Again. You'll just have to research Enix. I'm gonna try to pronounce your name. We've got 3 cities left to be secured from the evil Koopas, who I still don't believe actually stole anything. A futuristic looking sort of place at first glance. Wow, we got 1 artifact right away. This is definitely a Mario remix. Pamphlet. It's in Soji Temple. You have no idea how to pronounce your screen name? That is funny. Got 2. Need 1 more. This is a long road. Now maybe I'll look at the map. Okay. Straight down this column. Where the other booths are. Location info things. Okay, that's all three. Let me just go to the last booth. Alright, one person down. Word. Guys, not the worst thing. I like it a little bit. The music. Then up two was another person. Yeah. It is a remix. I'm not sure if... I don't think they all are. They might be. I don't recognize them all as Mario tunes. But they are now. Yep, we're still playing this. There's a couple cities left. Okay, every road up is somebody. Not making these cities any more maze-like than they have been. A couple were, you know, had to look at the map a bit. Wait for him to walk by. Hope he was to the right. What do we gotta do to go through a city? We get the artifacts from all the Koopas, and then we return them to where they were stolen from. And we have to get Yoshi to the place we are. We have to know where we are, so we can go back through the blue pipe back to Bowser's castle. That's basically it. I see those circular things, and it makes me think they're dryers in a laundromat. My favorite Sonic game? I'd have to think about that. Sonic 2 without thinking. Although you're in the continent of Asia, this country is a band of 3,904 islands. I will say that soon you'll have a yen to see Mount Fuji, 60 miles west of the city. At 930 square miles, it's the second biggest city in the world. This Japanese city used to be called Edo before the emperor changed it in 1877. Welcome to Tokyo, my little man. You're in the capital city of Japan. Colors is good. Generations is good. Yoshi to Japan. I was not looking at the map. That's not Japan. I saw an island and I was happy. That's Japan. Alright. Info booth to the left. Then Soji Castle. Not castle, but temple. I can read. Is this for the temple? It is. Okay, now let's read. I'd like to go to the Pagoda Temple too. That will light the way for you. Once it's hanging in the Gate of Thunder, that's what you'll be standing under. That lamp lights up the temple gate in the Asaku district. I see you found the paper lantern sacred to the Sensoji Temple built around 640 AD. That's the great red lantern from the Sensoji Temple. You have a green light to put it back. Huh. Hello, Kantu. Welcome to the best Mario game ever. The Sensoji Temple in the Asaku district of Tokyo was built in 640 AD. To enter the temple grounds, you must first pass under the Gate of Thunder. They put under here too, again. An elaborately carved arch on which hangs the great red paper lantern sacred to the temple and its worshippers. Built in the shape of a traditional pagoda, smaller red lanterns line the arcades of the walls. The giant red lantern casts a rosy glow and lights the way for temple visitors. 640 AD, red paper, traditional pagoda. Let's see if we can answer the questions and return the right thing. What lights the path to the pagoda temple? Japanese flashlights, red candles, red lanterns, traffic signals. Hope it's lanterns. The Sensoji Temple is built in the shape of a pagoda. There we go. The Sensoji Temple and that paper lantern. Hanging in great thunder something. Okay, down 2 streets. Yeah, everyone expects they're kind of cross-developing games for the Wii U and the Switch right now, with the expectation that they're not making any Wii U games after the Switch comes out. That seems like what's going to happen. Great. The Great Buddha is missing his orange, apparently. You can actually walk into the 37-foot tall Buddha through a door in his tummy. It costs extra, though. You might take the bullet train. When you put that back in the Buddha's hands, it would be the pits to walk. That's a round citrus fruit with great appeal. The Buddha is brass. Go on, have a feel. The Daibutsu, or Great Buddha's house, was washed off by a tidal wave. May I have a piece of that tangerine? That's an orange, sacred to the Great Buddha Kamakura. It would be fruitful to return it soon. The Great Buddha of Kamakura is not only the Great Buddha in Japan, but he is the only one you can enter by buying a ticket through a door located smack in the middle of his big brass belly. Sitting 37 feet tall, the brass Buddha, or Daibutsu, is best honored by the faithful placing of flowers and oranges at his feet. The Daibutsu used to sit in a small wooden house, but he was rendered homeless after a tidal wave. Tsunami washed it away. Breath of the Wild, please release fast. I'm not that excited about Breath of the Wild, I hate to say. I probably will. I expect I will buy it, though. Daibutsu lost his house because of unpaid taxes, tidal wave, rotten oranges, proposition of 13. Tidal wave. The Buddha is 37 feet tall, a former sumo made of copper, made of wood. It is 37 feet tall and made of brass. Great Buddha of Kamakura. I don't see a door. Right, where we have left. Down 2. I'm sure I'm out of time. But I don't care. Best sidewalks ever. Any game. They're all very well kept. No maintenance. Alright, let's learn about this sumo apron. Hulkamania! Those guys with the top knots often weigh in at 400 pounds. They wear only a belt, but there is a catch. That goes around his waist before the match. Is that a catch? Kokugikon arena is in the Rogoko area. The sumos there wear that traditional apron purchased by loyal fans. A Shinto roof hung over a clay circle under which sumo has been a tradition since 200 AD. Ready to wrestle? No, but I think I can take you. The Sumo Association has been worrying silly. Their champion without his apron has been fairly chilly. Yes, the awful not quite rhymes are terrible. But humorous that they're even in existence. Sumo wrestling has been both a popular art form and sport since 6th century, and originated in Shinto temples. The wrestlers begin training in their early teens by endless practice, strenuous exercise, and the avid eating of special foods. To become serious contenders, the men must reach an enormous size, 250 to 375 pounds. The aim of a match is for one contender to force the other out of the ring, or to touch the clay surface with any body part besides a foot. I never knew about an alternate winning condition. Touch the clay surface. Oh. To force the other player to hit the ground, basically. The wrestlers appear first in heavily embroidered aprons donated by dedicated fans, and then stripped down to skimpy loincloths in a special kind of bun-like hairstyle. 250 to 375 pounds, 6th century aprons. Clay surface. The aim of sumo wrestling is to force the opponent out of the ring, to eat special foods, to put on fancy aprons, or to blink out of the ring. To fight, wrestlers wear a bun and a bathrobe, loincloth, ponytail, leotard. Loincloth would be the most accurate. The Kokugikon Arena. Alright. That is all of those. We are going up and right. 1, 2, well, up and right. They're the ones who said leotards. I just read it. Bonus points. 0 bonus points. There are 2 cities left. Alright. Lower left corner is where all the information booths are. Well, that is the best way to take a picture of sumos. Yeah, I probably should just focus on the Koopas. They're all, like, right here. I hope there was Koopas on the street. It's a little late to be objecting that now, Alex. We've killed many, and they haven't complained. I personally would not. I mean, if you like the games on the Wii U and 3DS, if you've already got the systems, then yeah, there's no expectation of either of those systems working on the Switch, so buy the games you like, basically. Okay, I need one more artifact. What could it possibly be just right here? It is. Alright, hello. Well, I hit down, hoping that I could hit the next dialogue option. Right, I'm gonna go down to the right, I guess. 3DS RPGs. Yeah, I only played Bravely Default. I have Bravely Second, but I didn't play much of it. Mostly because I can't stream it, so it just kind of hurts to even do it, and I didn't get into it enough. I would probably want to start it over at this point anyway. And it feels weird streaming it without streaming Bravely Second, or Bravely Default. And so far I've enjoyed Bravely Default more. Which, I guess, is obvious. And the combat system seems the same. I'm just not invested in the story. I didn't get invested in it enough yet. Dialogue box was still open, so I couldn't switch, but it lets me pause anyway, even though it's pretty much paused. Yeah, I'm not so much as distracted as sort of intentionally distracted. But yeah. Got the doctor guy left. I wonder where we could be. A mystery just from even what I'm holding. Right. You're in 396,000 square miles of desert, but don't desert us yet. Dessert. I saw a sign near the Sinai that read, "Welcome, Mr. Masser." It was written in Arabic. Cairo sits on the split of the Nile. From here, the river goes south for 900 miles. Investors of mummies, papyrus, and hero. Too much Undertale. Your mommy would love a postcard from here in Cairo. You're in Ramses Square, Cairo, Egypt, Africa. More detail even than the map here. Earth. Got to include Earth. Egypt. Okay, the Mosque of Mohammed is missing a gingerbread clock. That looks like this. Doesn't that seem from another time? King Louis swapped Muhammad Ali for an Egyptian obelisk. I came to the mosque to see the twin minarets. That was gone, so I used my watch to see the minutes. Muhammad Ali built his mosque in the citadel for security. Clock's face says it's time to return it. Now. The Mosque of Alabaster was built in 1830. That clock doesn't work. That gingerbread clock belonged to the Mosque of Muhammad Ali, top of the citadel. The Muhammad Ali Mosque was built by a sultan in 1430 using the Turkish style of the Ottoman Empire. Its nickname, the Alabaster Mosque, comes from the valuable white stone that covers the temple's facade. The clock tower on the courtyard's western side was a gift to the Sultan by King Louis Philippe of France in return for the stone obelisk, which now stands in front of France's Place de la Concorde. Egyptian sultans lived in the mosque until 1517. It is now used only for prayer. Turkish-style Ottoman Empire. Gift to King Louis Philippe of France. Stone obelisk in front of France's Place de la Concorde. Lived in the mosque till 1517. Built in 1430. Yep, I am still at it. Who lived in the mosque until 1517? King Louis Philippe, the Emperor of Ottoman Sultans, Cassius Clay. Ha ha ha, sultans. What did the Egyptians trade for the clock tower? Recipe for French fries. Obelisk, alabaster, harem. What did they trade for the clock tower? I guess they traded the obelisk. That was it, right. The Mosque of Muhammad Ali. Not necessarily the boxer. Next. Why is the Sphinx closed today? It's the Cat in the Hat, but this cat is 240 feet long and 66 feet tall. While you're returning that cap, will you buy me a postcard of the Great Pyramid? The Sphinx will smile when you appear. He doesn't like to show his ears. It's made of sandstone like the rest of the Sphinx. Take it back to Giza, 9 miles from Cairo. That's the Sphinx's cleft or hood to you English-speaking types. Hats off for finding it. The man-faced lion statue was named the Sphinx by ancient Greeks. A Sphinx is a mythical monster who liked to ask riddles, then kill those unfortunate enough to not know the answer. The Great Sphinx was carved from one enormous piece of limestone. I thought it was sandstone. 240 feet long and 66 feet high. Later, the Ottoman Turks used the cat for target practice. Its nose and King Tut-style beard were knocked clean off its face. The original name meant Lord, and it's today presumed that the Sphinx was built to guard the Great Pyramids that stand behind it. 240 feet long, 66 feet high. Sphinx meant Lord. Made of limestone. One enormous piece of limestone. Who said sandstone here? Made of sandstone like the rest of the Sphinx. Is that the same thing? 9 miles from Cairo? Let's see if that becomes a problem. Who gave the Sphinx its name? Greeks, Ottoman Turks, Napoleon, advertising executives. Advertising executives of the Ottoman Turks. And by Ottoman Turks, I'm very wrong. The Ottoman Turks used the cat for target practice. I know I didn't make up Ottoman Turks. The man-faced lion statue was named the Sphinx by the ancient Greeks. All right. I'm not getting no time bonuses anyway. Who gave it its name? Well, the advertising executives of the Greeks. The Sphinx is located in Giza, Khartoum, Turkey, or Greece. 9 miles from Giza, actually. The Sphinx. One more. Get that pamphlet. We're returning a brick, the top brick of the Great Pyramid. The most important one. Somewhere there's a speedrunner who's memorized every quiz question in this game. Yeah. No kidding. At 481 feet high, it'll be quite a trick to return that missing pyramid brick. On my camel ride to Giza, I noticed the Great Pyramid had blown its top. When you climb to the top to put that back, you'll have a great view. Maybe you can even see your brother from up there. Haha. It's the peak of the largest pyramid. 2.5 million tons of stone. That King of Finders Keepers is the last brick to be put on the Great Pyramid. Oh my, that's terrible. The ancient Greek called the Great Pyramid of Giza one of the world's 7 great wonders. Pyramids are elaborate tombs housing the mummified remains of the pharaohs and the fantastic treasures and paraphernalia that were buried with them to ensure a comfortable afterlife. The limestone pyramid covers 13 acres of desert and is 480 feet high. Every royal pyramid entrance faces north towards the pole star. The details of the engineering and building of the wondrous pyramid still remain a mystery today. Aliens. 480 feet high. Built by slaves, so we believe. Limestone pyramid, 13 acres of desert. Tombs face north. 7 wonders of the world. Mummies. The entrances to the royal pyramids always face north, the ground, towards Greece, the exit, north. The Great Pyramid tips the scale at 2.5 million tons, or other things. There we go. The Great Pyramid. Several pyramids, apparently. or it's really shaped like that. I'm gonna go with the Great Pyramid and some less Great Pyramids. The pipe is up and to the right. See you, Stan? The middle guy is Michael Jackson. The merely okay pyramids. The not so shabby, but not award-winning. There is Cairo, Egypt. We are off to the final city. Enjoy it while it lasts. Where could we be? Hello, Edgar. There's Koopa down here. This game's pure garbage. It was enjoyable when I first played it. I was very young. Tower of London. I wonder what city we're in. Oops, not ready for you. We have one artifact. Koopa's to the left, Koopa's to the up, and Koopa in the bottom left. Kept running. One more artifact. It's either on this street or in the bottom left. Are there any Koopas left up here? There is one. There's another Koopa on the street below. Just saw. Let's get this one. Nope. Bottom left is. This was on Super Nintendo. Bottom left is somewhere. Very bottom left. Whichever street gets me there. Crowded down here. Last Koopa in the game, I think. How you doing, Zeokim? Okay, where are the other people? Up to, then all the way right. Well, this is the Super Nintendo version. We're just gonna have to figure it out together, Jessica. Just have to wait. We'll all be amazed when it bestows that knowledge upon us of where we are. As the police officer says, London. Again. Twitch broke. I usually hear more complaints of YouTube not working. But it's nice to have two options at least. It kind of makes me glad I do dual stream then. And it's clear that it's one of the ends, because you would think, you know, like streaming, if it were on my end, then it wouldn't work on both. It's kind of strange. Okay, how many? I think there was one more person all the way down. Michael Jackson here. According to Tony. Apparently there's water around, according to this person. I don't see any water right here on this bridge at all. Okay. Didn't get that, but I'll check. Water, water all around. You're on Europe's largest island. It's the United Kingdom and Great Britain. There's a third name too. I'm not kidding. Can you smell the croissants? You're only 21 miles of water away from France. London's been the capital for 2,000 years, although in Europe, it's an island, I hear. You've landed in London in time for tea, while in England, I'm known as a female Bobby. Didn't notice that there was actually 2 different variations of police officer. Probably 2 different variations of all of them. I've just paid that little attention, apparently. Yeah, you can't die in this game. You will get there eventually. London, UK, Europe. Okay, let's head to an information booth. Up to the right. Was it this one? Tower of London is closed because the crown jewels were stolen. Haven't played Smash in a long time either. Too busy playing games like this. The Tower of Power, those little gems are the greatest treasures in England. Heads will roll. I love to tell the timer's in 0 already. As they did long ago, unless the crowns are replaced, you deserve to know. Those jewels belong near the banks of the Thames, but not in a bank. William the Conqueror didn't know he was building a jewelry box for the crown jewels. Come sundown, those crown jewels were locked in the Tower of London. Even Mikey hasn't played Smash in a while. Now that's saying something. William the Conqueror built the Tower of London for several reasons: to protect London from invasion, to oversee shipping on the Thames, and to scare his subjects. Scare them. The original tower was built around 1078. It covers 18 acres of the banks of the Thames River. At various times, the tower has been a mint, a fortress, a vault, a terrible jail, and place of execution. Lovely. Famous as showplace for England's elaborate crown jewels, the jewel house includes the largest cut diamond in the world, 530 carats. What was the date again? 1078, 18 acres, 530 carats. Who ordered the building? William the Conqueror, Henry VIII, Sir Barry the Builder, Mary Queen of Scots. Wasn't it William the Conqueror? Wasn't Henry VIII, right? Okay. William the Conqueror. From the tower you can see the Thames, the River of Babylon, Baker Street, Heathrow Airport. The Thames River. It was partially built to oversee shipping. The Tower of London. Very castle-y looking tower, with several towers on it. Okay, to the left. Straight left, down one when I have to. Cool, Jessica. Apparently some people are missing it. Or maybe not. Alright, that's the pamphlet I was missing. Big Ben is missing his minute hand. I've only played the NES and Super Nintendo version of this mic. If they were smart, the rumored Switch version would be called the Eclipse. Oh, of Pokemon? Sun and Moon. That would be interesting. That would be convenient. And smart. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a 320-foot watch. That minute hand is as big as a double-decker bus. It'd take a minute to help you put that back on the clock, but Ben's too big. With that minute hand, you'll have to face climbing Big Ben, 320 feet tall. I see Big Ben lent you a hand. Ben is the bell, not the clock, you understand. Minute hand from old Big Ben. It belongs in the Houses of Parliament. Thanks for the follow, Sans. Ben is the bell, not the clock. Big Ben, the symbol of England, is located in the Houses of Parliament. England's Capitol Hill is officially called the Palace of Westminster, originally the Palace of Edward the Confessor. At the north end of Parliament is the clock tower, 320 feet high. The face of the tower's clock is enormous. The minute hands alone are 14 feet long. Although most people believe the clock itself is Big Ben, the distinction goes to the tower's 13-ton bell, which strikes the hour and lets London know all is well. 13 tons, 14 feet long, minute hand, 320 feet high. Houses of Parliament, Edward the Confessor. Let's try. Yeah, I said several times I did not hate this game. I did enjoy it when I first played it. The BBC uses Big Ben as its official time signal, mascot, disc jockey, transmitter. Was that in the pamphlet? I don't think it was, but I'm gonna go with transmitter. Oh, that's funny. Was that in here? I mean, time signal makes sense. Time signal makes the most sense. Pretty sure there was no BBC talk, so here's apparently the second question that's not actually possible to find out. Thanks, game. 320 feet tall, 14-foot hand. 13-ton bell. It is the bell, not the clock. Edward the Confessor. No date on this one. I know you're busy, but you're not going to get anything done until you help me. Help me help you. Big Ben is a bell clock tower. Large fellow named Ben is the bell. The BBC uses Big Ben as official time signal. Go in, will you? Big Ben. The bell and the clock and the tower. All in one picture. Alright. One to go. Just one. Yeah, I honestly don't know, Zeochem. What you call the clock if you just want to say the clock. Like the clock under Big Ben? Okay, the bust of Shakespeare. Every curator is Princess Peach. So many fakes. The bust sits near the coronation chair. Monarchs are crowned and buried there. To be or not to be, it looks like Shakespeare to me. Is Abbey short for Abigail? It's Shakespeare to Westminster Abbey or bust. Westminster comes from West Monastery. That statue watches kings crowned and buried. Righto, that's Bill Shakespeare's bust from Westminster Abbey. Edward the Confessor, famous fellow, one-time ruler, ordered the building of Westminster Abbey, officially known as the Collegiate Church of St. Peter in Westminster, to serve as his burial place from his death in 1066 until 1760. Most British and English sovereigns were buried there, perhaps to get their money's worth. The Abbey has also been the site of coronations and many royal weddings. Considered a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, the Abbey has undergone many renovations. From Edward the Confessor's death in 1066 until 760, sovereigns were buried there. Westminster Abbey, Collegiate Church of St. Peter in Westminster. Masterpiece of Gothic architecture. Coronations and royal weddings. Final quiz. Edward the Confessor ordered the abbey built as his bachelor pad, burial place, wedding hall, or prison. It ended up being his burial place, but yes. What does minister mean anyway? Monastery, minister, Mr. Minstrel. Minster. Monastery, minister, Mr. Minstrel. I would imagine actually monastery. Yes. The one that was not like the other weird answers, which all sounded like the actual word. Westminster Abbey. Final photo. Yep, and you are here, Sans. Mr. Seymour. I did play 10 also. Alright, where's that blue pipe? All the way to the right. On this street. I definitely appreciate people watching games like this just because I'm streaming it. It does mean quite a bit. And we have gotten 100% of Mario's Missing by not getting any time bonuses whatsoever. But who cares about that? Oh no, the final boss battle. He runs just like the others. All those skills we've developed over the game are being put to use right now. There we go. What do you think's behind this door? Flip a little switch. There's a secret wall. Mario's just hiding behind there. Is there another trapdoor? You fainted over the epicness. Nice. Oh no. It's Bowser. Oh, there's trapdoors all over the place. This battle might be a little too tense. Luigi, serious. We're not throwing Koopa shells at you, Bowser. We're just gonna shoot you. Literally, thud, crack. He's dead. He's very dead. I think the Mario saga ends here. This is actually the final Mario game. Bowser is very dead. That's Mario's Missing. I don't know what else there is to say. People got paid for making this, and they are recorded here forever. Yes, and it was Luigi that did it. Luigi raided Bowser's castle, killed the Koopa kids, saved Mario, and then killed Bowser. He's so underrated. Theo Kim, by seeing The Last City, you basically saw everything. You understood how it worked, you got it. Every city basically worked out the exact same way. They were forced to make it in exchange for their freedom. It's possible. I wasn't there. And that's the end. Copyright 1993. But if we'd like, we could play it again. We could go for time bonuses. Or I could not. Alright. It was fun. It was more fun for the first few cities than it was for the last few cities. Because it's just the same all the way through. But I enjoyed this when I was young. I do feel like I learned some stuff. I feel like I remembered some of that from playing it originally, even. You're definitely not playing it again. Don't worry. Every other Mario game will seem boring after this, says Holiodora. Yeah, not the worst game ever. But obviously it's time to go raid, and that person's gotta be playing a Mario game. We'll have to let them know that the Mario timeline ended with this game, and they'll just have to stop their stream. It's just done. Alright. It almost feels like the obvious thing to do to raid Yantu, but let's go raid Yantu. Out of the Mario Maker people that I subscribe to, he's got least watching right now, but I think he might have just started, so that probably will change real fast anyway. But alright. Here's that hashtag. You know you want it. I should stream tomorrow, the standard 8 p.m. Those whole 2 days that I promised to stream. Don't know if I'll be doing another one of these, or maybe I probably will do an off game to do game number, should be number 8. Alright. Thanks for watching this 20% enjoyable game. I'm just gonna make up a number. Your mileage may vary. Alright. Let's go say hi to Yantu. And bye to this game. See you next time.